Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Brandon Correia, aka EF Hunting of Entertainment, and we are back with episode 4 of the Brandon Correia Podcast. Back with my co-host DeMar.
What up? What up?
Special guest got one of my good longtime friends, Corey.
Yo.
Shout out, viewers, get used to his face. I'm gonna be having him on some episodes because hip hop and that music talk is where we certain time we get in this bag, and I really trust his musical knowledge and I really trust it. So I'm interested to hear his takes on this stuff. And again, you have been tricked. Now, if you read the title thinking you're about to come in here and you weren't getting that hip hop talk, you were tricked. This is, and I was foreshadowing it. I was telling you, I was saying I respect this guy's music knowledge. This is a hip hop music podcast. This episode. There was a lot of music that we have missed. We were supposed to cover it on the last episode, but obviously my co-host had his dream come true by meeting Drake.
Yep.
So we had to talk about that.
God did.
Talk to him, Corey. God did.
Bro.
We here with episode 4, and you were tricked. This is a hip hop podcast. We got a lot of music to cover. Some good music to cover.
Got the next one for you right now. Got the next one for y'all.
We rocking. The energy's in here different. This is adult time.
Rocking.
This is adult time.
Put your kids to sleep.
The youths are sleeping. My youths are sleeping. It's late at night. I keep it usually GPG on my other videos, but we got some liquor flowing tonight. Curse words will be flowing. It's You might get the aggressive side of Brandon tonight.
Most definitely.
Especially with this energy of this hip hop that I absolutely love. Don't get it twisted. All this entertainment shit, and I talk about it all the time. Don't get it twisted. When I bring all these entertainment tops up.
Fam good, we good.
Fam good, we good. Fam good, we good. Don't get it fucked up. You know what I mean? Obviously, that movie stuff, that movie talk, trail react, that's my bag, obviously. But don't get it fucked up. This music shit, I love this shit. That sports shit, I love this shit.
Just get it.
I love this shit.
It's what we talk about on a daily.
On a daily, man. All this stuff. Oh, you thought it was just hip hop here.
Oh, we do it all.
Oh, we
Y'all
dance.
got it. Didn't I just say y'all got it fucked up?
Oh, we dance. Like, actually dance to, like, this type of dance music.
Like what?
But, I want to go where I want to go. About another dance album.
Okay, don't worry. We'll get into it. We'll compare.
Shall we get into it?
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Or so-called dance album.
Don't get it fucked up. It's not just hip hop on here. All right, let's get into this.
All right, let's get into it.
We're gonna use that to segue into talking about the Queen's album that dropped this summer. That's the first album. The first big album that we got is Beyonce. Don't get it fucked up. It's not just hip hop. We talk about music, good music, and especially the big one, the big artists. We talking about them. So, fellas, I hear myself talk a lot. So I'm hear from y'all. What did you guys think of the Beyonce album? Some favorite songs, standouts, I guess, and general thoughts, and just go ahead. This is y'all.
Do you want me to go first, Corey?
Go ahead, Dims.
Okay. Honestly, first listen, it took a bit for me to kind of get into the vibe of it. But out the first listen, I knew it was going to be something good. Is it my favorite Beyonce album? No. But a lot of people have been giving it good reviews. I just don't see it being like, that Beyonce album that has all the, just has all those like hits off the rip.
I don't think it was meant to be that, though.
I don't think so, but I don't think so either. But just with it being Beyonce, you would think that this is what usually you get that, you know what I mean? And
hits will come, though.
Hits will come. Break My Soul wasn't a bad single for this album.
No, and to me it sounds better on the album.
Flowing and all, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think sonically overall it was really good. Vocals are still there. There's nothing Beyonce lacked vocal wise on here.
There's nothing crazy vocal.
Yeah, I think she sounded good on every song. I think vocally she sounded good. Standout tracks for me, I'm gonna go with "Break My Soul." I do like "Church Girl," produced by Boy Wonder. No, sorry, No ID. He killed that. And "Heated," obviously because I'm a little biased because Drake wrote a bit of that song for her, and then Boy Wonder was obviously on the production. "Pure" and "Honey" I really like.
Of course.
Yeah, I like
That song is actually.
I really like that song.
That song is actually solid.
"Plastic Off the Sofa" I don't mind, and
Plastic Off the Sofa was really good.
Yeah, the song's good. And I like "Alien Superstar."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien Superstar, that track. It took me a minute to get into it, but
Yeah, but like
once you get into
the
it,
but her being offbeat,
just-
like
you
the
just gotta
pocket
catch yourself.
that she found in that song is actually
Yeah.
nice.
I thought on "Church Girl," the "Drop It Like a Thotty," that kind of vibe. I thought that was gonna take off a lot more than it hasn't. But you know what I mean? Maybe it just hasn't gotten there yet. But I thought that was something that was probably gonna catch on for the summer. Didn't really that kind of like that wave. But
when did it drop? Like end of summer.
End of July.
end of July, right? So yeah, it's still in the heat in like the heat of the summer. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, the reviews that are really good. She did really good. Number wise, she did 332,000 first week, which is good for Beyonce. For Beyonce, that's amazing. Yeah, Corey, what'd you think, bro?
For the album that it was, I thought it was like a good album. I can't really complain about it. I mean, first of all, it's Beyonce, so I'm gonna take it for what it is. I'm sure she has like more coming out. This doesn't seem like it's like just like.
Yeah, no, this is Act
you know what
1.
I'm
This is
saying?
only
Like,
Act 1.
So like you could really tell this is an Act 1 and that she has something coming. It feels like, she just wanted to put this out. She's feeling good. Feeling like dancing. She's probably dancing all over the house. You know what I'm saying? She's probably listening to like 80s music, dancing, and she's like, you know what?
Got a little inspiration?
I want to dance. So
I will say I can see this album like doing very well at the upcoming Grammys. I can see you know what I mean, the people who pick awards and stuff like
categories.
Yeah, like I can see this being nominated for a lot, and I can see it at least taking two or three.
The album is elite.
It is good. No, it's really good. That's what I'm saying.
The production is really.
I just don't know what category I could see her in the Grammys getting nominated for just yet. I'm not sure if I want to say
categories all the time. They
I don't want
make
to
up
say
one for Beyonce. It's like probably alternative funk or some shit.
They'll definitely put it in R&B, and they'll definitely.
That's not R&B though. But
No,
I think it's because she's an R&B singer.
What is it labeled as under in iTunes?
I really hope it's not pop.
So while you're okay, so do you have any?
No, that's
So for me, like this album, I'm gonna say like
pop.
Yeah.
So this album isn't for me. Like I don't go back to it like
Me neither.
at all. But after the few listens, like I could tell like one, you could hear the money. Mm-hmm. Like you could hear the high level end production in it from jump in every track. But it's a really well put together album. It might be one of her best fully put together projects.
In terms of, like just the way it's synchronized.
Like from top to bottom, like musically, like it was like
Complete.
Yes, it was complete. But again, obviously, like I'm not going back to it, but I could see the elite music making in the album. Right. So that's where it's like I respect the album on that point a lot, because like I do see, because again, like I'm trying to think of like her other albums, like I think like the self-titled Beyonce album is still probably like one of her best. Mm-hmm. The one with like Partition on it. And shit.
Yes.
But yeah, this album to me is like really good. And again, this is only Act 1, so more acts are coming. And yeah, like there's a lot of songs on here that it took me a bit to like grow on me.
Yeah, it does.
But like you said, Alien Superstar, like I really like the pocket that she found on that. I like Cozy.
And looking at her like discography now, like she has no bad album. Like I'm looking at all the ones that she has, like I'm like all of them are good. Dangerously in Love was her debut. That album's amazing.
Yeah.
B-Day's amazing. I Am Sasha Fierce, that's the one with like Halo, all like songs like that.
Whole other
Four, that's the one where we like to party. The self-titled Beyonce album with Partition and the Drunken Love, Lemonade.
Drunken Love was the
then Lemonade,
yeah,
which
Lemonade was crazy.
And then her latest.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just like there was no way I was coming in here and being like, oh, this album's terrible. So that's because now, especially with looking at her discography, like might have one of the most like solid discographies in R&B.
And it's actually not that many.
Because
albums.
there's not a lot of
a solid number of albums
for sure, and there's not a lot of R&B singers that have a good a great discography front to back. There's not a lot. It's very
yeah. She's had good production behind her from day one.
For sure.
Especially when she went solo from day one, it's been like top notch. So she's been able to put some good music together.
For sure, and that's the thing. Like, if I was someone in the like, I'm not a Beehive like fan of Beyonce. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But for someone who's like actually in the Beehive kind of like trend or whatever, like to fall back and look at this like discography, like I'd be very thankful if I was really like, you know, a big fan of Beyonce. I'd be like, wow, like you actually gave me some really good music from 03 till now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Corey, what are some of your favorite songs?
Some of my favorite songs. Scroll up on the list real quick.
I got you.
Alien Superstar is one for sure. Plastic Off the Sofa.
I got you.
Virgo's Groove.
Thank you. Yeah, yo, we're getting into that beef after, Dims?
And like Pure Honey.
Pure Honey is nice. Yeah. Honestly, I like Summer Renaissance too, though, with the Donna Summers sample.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like she actually killed that.
Yes.
She honestly, I like that she took that sample too. That was a dope sample to kind of like flip. But
and only she could get those type of samples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? So DeMar, my co-host, we got into a little beef about the Beyonce album, and when I told you that I like Virgo's Groove, you hit me with the you like that song?
Yeah, I hit you with that because, like, I don't know, bro. Like, just for me personally, that's the thing with me and you on albums. Like, we don't really. There's always a song where I'm like, I like it, and you're kind of like, nah. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Now it's like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a taste of your own medicine kind of thing.
Virgo's Groove to me is a masterclass in song making. Mm-hmm. There's 3 beat changes, right? Different tempos. She goes from like poppy to disco in a point in the track. It's 6 minutes. I think it's one of her long, if not her longest song to date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because over 6 minutes, right?
She went crazy on that song. You know what I mean? And like, I just like, that was just like, from like, just like a song making perspective, to me, that song is like elite.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it's crazy now. I'm looking at the songwriters for it now. The Dream actually helped her, produce that song as well. He's a great producer.
No, but that's the thing. Didn't he produce a lot of this?
He did, but like even from like back in the day, like he has a lot of undercover songs where I'm like, oh shit, like the Dream produced it.
He's elite. He is elite.
Because his sound is all over the place. You would never be able
he
to
produced
tell.
Higher on what's that on the
No, well he's on it. He's talking on it.
That's his beat though.
No, I know on Cruel Summer you're talking.
Right, yeah.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know that. Yeah. But that I'm saying that beat is crazy. That beat is one of my favorite instrumentals on that album.
I don't honestly, man. Like I said, like it'll probably grow on me down the line. If I like something, I haven't listened to this album consistently. I just remember going through it and like that wasn't one that really like stood out to me.
Even Joe brought up Virgo's Groove, and he was like, he's like,
he's a Virgo,
but he was like, it's not just because I'm a Virgo.
Oh,
but like,
he's
90% sure it's because of your Virgo.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
The song is actually
like,
good.
I'm not a Virgo, and that song to me, like, that's the one song on the album that I go back to.
Yeah.
Like, I'll randomly, like, I'll be editing, and I'll randomly, like, I'll be listening to music, and I'll be like, Virgo's Groove, because to me, it's like, it's just such a vibe, and it's just like, it's such like I said, just like a master class in song making with the beat changes. Like, there's
just
3 of them.
Appreciate it every time you hear it.
Yeah, it's just like it. I feel like she was really just flexing a lot on that
She's
song.
flexing on this album.
On that you're right.
She flexes. Her last 3 albums were just a flex overall, from the self-titled to Lemonade to this, and then obviously she flexed really hard with the rapping. With the rapping on
Lemonade?
No, not on Lemonade. With the compilation album she had with Jay-Z.
Oh yeah.
The Carters.
The Carters.
You know what I mean? She rapped her ass off on that, and I feel like that was just Jay and Beyonce in the studio together, writing together, and they just gave up. Yeah,
that's crazy. Imagine being in the crib. No shit.
So even that, like Beyonce, you could tell obviously Beyonce's very confident and in some way cocky with her music.
Well, she's coming out with
vocally and
albums,
you know what I mean? So
for her to say, "Yo, I'm coming out with 4 albums," this is Act 1, bro. Like, yo, come on,
bro. As an R&B fan, or
lay it on me, like
I'm
mess
here
up
for
the whole game. Only someone like her could do that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's
hopefully she does it like once a year, because
probably, or probably.
Yeah,
At the end of
I'm
this year
surprised
or
she's
the
not-
top
I'm-
of next year.
Facts, and I'm saying I'm surprised she's not
It might be
touring
slower
off this.
music. No.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna do like drop all of them and then do a big tour. And, yeah.
Yeah, and just have a Renaissance tour.
Yeah.
Instead of a Renaissance Act
And
1
she'll
tour, it'll
tour,
probably be a whole thing.
Yeah. And then she'll do the tour as acts.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Genius. Hire me.
All right, so y'all have anything else to say?
That was good. Yeah.
No, that was good.
That was good.
Solid.
All right, so we'll wrap up the album from the Queen Bee.
Yeah, she does it again.
She does it again. So before we get into our next album, I wanted to ask you. You obviously saw the Adam 22 Patreon, Joe Budden Patreon.
Right.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched part of it, most of it.
So I don't want to obviously get into too much, but like I see both of their sides of the argument.
Oh, but the Kevin Samuels thing?
That because I remember you were asking me what I thought about it.
When he
And like
I see both sides.
I see both sides. I probably agree more with Joe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Probably a lot more with Joe, but I do see where he's coming from in a sense.
But it's like that.
I look at it as like no one's really wrong, because at the end of the day, it's like if he were to post that that content that he had with Kevin Samuels before he passed, then the views would go up anyway. So if he had shitty views before Kevin Samuels passed, and then he passed away, they're skyrocketing regardless. Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah, you held on to it for a bit before you uploaded it, but thinking now, it's like, okay, so if someone passes and I interviewed them and I haven't uploaded it yet, if I do it right after their pass, yeah, it's kind of a bit of it's not really more so clout chasing, but because in Adam 22 status, he's already a popular guy anyway, he's gonna get views. Yeah. So it's kind of like if it's someone like me, you know what I mean, that doesn't have that much reviews, then I kind of look more like an asshole. You could always look more like I'm looking to get more clout that way. But in N22's defense, I don't think.
Honestly, one thing I gotta give him, I have to give him like shout outs for holding his own on the pod, because he like there was like none of them agreed with his point of view.
Yeah, no.
Right, so it's not like he had, and it wasn't even like his podcast. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the people in the back
he's defending his decision.
So the people in the back weren't even like his people. So that's where it's just like I have to give it to him for like obviously like going with his decision and his thing and like
what he was doing, and he knew the backlash he would face for that.
Yeah, so I do gotta give him for holding his own on that and
their relationship that they had.
And honestly, shout out to Parks, because that was when I remember when I messaged you and I was like, "Yo, Parks is a real white, like a white boy that's like for the people."
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Because there was a couple moments in that interview that like I really just saw the difference between how like Adam sees things and how Parks sees things and approaches things, right? And like how when Adam was like, yeah, like something ops, and like Parks was like, you don't feel weird saying ops?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that line to me like really just summed up the two different people. And the two different people like out there like who, you know what I mean?
I think Parks appreciates the culture in this, and Adam just like appreciates what it's done for him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Parks just truly, genuinely just appreciates everything about like
because
hip hop, rap, the culture itself, black people. He has black friends, and Adam's just like, yo, like I came from motocross.
BMX and whatever.
I somehow got into this, made this shit popular because of people I knew, and now I'm running off with this. So it's like I feel like it's more money.
I agree.
Fuels him
for sure. But that's what I'm saying. He does have a lot of black guys like that do come on the pod.
No, I know, but they're mainly younger boys.
He just did.
He did do one.
But they know that it's like, yo, he has a big like
platform.
So like, why not use it?
And honestly, the couple other things like Parks was like when Parks kept asking him, "What's your favorite album?"
Mm-hmm. And he couldn't really.
He wasn't answering. That's why it was like those certain little questions that he's like, let me see who you are by this response. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then there was another point before we go on to the next album where like he's like Parks said something and Ish was like, "Yo, Parks, I love you, man. I love you." You know what I mean? Like because it's like he really saw the difference between the two, and he was just like, you know what? He's like. It's like his appreciation for Parks grew so much literally as I was watching the episode. So I just gotta shout out him because he really seems like one for the culture.
For real.
Yeah, he would. He could come to the cookout.
All right, so or he might be on the grill. He's on the grill, right? He's on the grill, bro.
From what it sounds like.
All right, so the next album we got up is, and again we haven't gotten really into our hip hop bag, so I think it's Joey Badass.
Okay.
2000?
Yo, that album is really good, man. That album
So take it away,
really,
boys.
really,
Take it
really,
away.
Really good.
Want to start on this one, Corey? This is your guy.
My guy, yeah, I've been listening to Joey Bada for a long time, and he needed that like break because he came back with some really, really good music. Really good music. Go to the track list real quick.
Yeah, and while you guys look at that, like the thing is, like, I know you've been a Joey Badass person for a long time.
Yeah.
And
You're actually the one who put me on Joey, to be
you
honest.
guys, you've been putting me on him again because I only have like maybe like one other project from him, but I knew he was good, but
he just wasn't.
it's just for me, like I wasn't. I guess he wasn't really resonating for me the most.
The music that he was making and stuff, where he was trying to go.
And I don't know if you. So me and Shanaz got into watching Blackish, and then obviously they had the spinoff Grownish. He's literally in like a season and a half
he's bare
on that
acting
show
right now. He's in like right now. He's good.
I heard his character on Power is like amazing. Like everyone like rates him on that.
So he's getting in that bag. Honestly, that's great for him to see because he was really good in he seemed like mad natural, right? So that's good to see. And honestly, like you said, and I want to hear more of your thoughts. I'll probably just get my quick thoughts out because I want to hear y'all because you guys have probably been on him, especially you've been on him. So I want to hear what your thoughts. I really enjoyed the album. I went back to it a lot. Yeah, when you first sent it to me, it was really good. Really,
from
really,
start to finish, it's actually really good.
Really good. It is a complete project, start to finish. Like it's good. Like
it's a good New York feel.
Yeah,
again, it's a good like cruising in the summertime type of feel. Like it's just overall good vibes all along. Like,
and yeah, I don't because again, this was a while ago. So like for me to like kind of recall standout tracks right now would be hard because again, I'm hoping that you guys maybe will recall the album more. Yeah. Obviously, I feel like I like the song with Jid. The opening song with Diddy. I really liked. I just like the vibe and the swag just coming off of that song and it leading into the rest of the album.
And
it kind of
introducing you to the vibe of the
album. The vibe of the album, and it carried forward.
Yes,
and it carried forward into the rest of the album. So I really enjoyed it. So you guys take it away.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, so back in the day, I think you put me on Joey from 2000. I would say probably 12.
Yeah, when 99 came out, probably.
No, Rejects.
Oh, Rejects.
So that's the first time. That's the first time.
Gosh,
that's the first time I heard Joey.
Yes, it was. That was a mixtape.
I can't remember what the song you played.
Mixtape, yeah.
But that's the first time I heard Joey, and I was like, okay, like you know what I mean. This guy can definitely rhyme.
Yeah.
And then I heard him for the second time on A$AP Rocky's debut album when on not Love Train, One Train.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like that's when I was like, oh, okay, like,
and
he's actually
he murdered it.
Yeah,
he murdered that.
And then obviously it progressed, and then I heard 1999, and then I heard him on
One Train. That brought me. I haven't heard that song in a minute, but that's one of my favorite songs on that album.
That song was really good.
Yeah, I think I can't remember what song it was. Oh, Christ Conscious.
Okay, that song was good.
And then I heard and then
after that he kind of went to like try to get to like, you know.
I don't know, but that's the thing. Like all his 3 albums are all good to me.
They're good. They're just.
You think this is better than his debut?
Then which one? 99?
No. Yeah.
No. 99 is just a class. No.
That is better than Before the Money?
It's hard because they're 2 different Joeys.
That's what I'm saying.
So like honestly I feel like there's one where he's at the beginning of his career. That's like a classic, and then this one is like a classic to like the next stage of his career where he is as an artist.
And like you know where he's in like for acting wise as well.
He
had a lot of like
what he's saying.
He had a lot of low key like flashes where he's like stunning and be like, yo, I do acting
exactly,
too, right? You know what I mean?
He's stunning on, man. He's telling you how much money he has now, what he's been doing, he's been chilling, been growing, been thinking.
For sure. The songs that stand out to me the most are Make Me Feel.
Yeah.
Brand new 9/11 with Westside.
That song is
sick. That song's crazy.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't get any other than the Griselda guys on there.
Nah, you just wanted to stunt.
The songs from 4 to 7. So from Brand New 9/11, from Cruise Control, Eulogy, and Zip Codes is like literally A+. Like
One of Us is really good.
That song's good too.
That song's really good, man. When you're cruising.
Show Me that song's crazy. Yeah. Show Me, Wanna Be Loved by Jid is good. Head High, are like all the ones that I go back to all the time. I was listening to this, but as a whole complete project, it's definitely good.
Survivor's Guilt is a really good song.
Survivor Guilt is good too.
Because like pro era day, like pre, like you know what I'm saying, like 99 before that's when like Capital Steez died.
Yeah.
And that's like the whole guy who introduced him to hip hop. So like it was like, or to rap and tell him to rap. So like hearing his side of how,
like a tribute
of why he died, like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and how he was in that time was pretty dope because you never got to hear about Joey's side when like Capital Steve's died. So that song is really dope for that aspect.
Viewers, you hear this? This is music. This is music department right here. This is my music department. You know what I mean? In life, like, you know what I mean? If you are not the knowledgeable one, get people that are around you.
Yeah. This album is actually really good.
Really good. I really enjoyed it.
I'm surprised Mike Will did Cruise Control because that's not even in his like lane of production.
That just shows how talented he is as a producer. Really.
Mike Will, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt y'all. Honestly, this album was really that good to the point that projects of his going forward, like, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for.
Yeah.
Like that's how much of a like how much this album put him on my radar.
Yeah. And I think he will because I think he's found that lane again.
Yeah. No, it seems like he has still.
Artist. I'm that nigga. Yeah. I can spit and I'm like an old school rapper.
I'm like,
bars
Yo, Static Selector was like,
that's his man.
Was like all over this.
That's his man. That's his main producer. Yeah. Static Select.
I think I might have, like, when we do like our
albums of the year.
Yeah, like at the end of the year.
That's it there.
Our rap albums of the, or no, we'll probably just label as albums for based off what we listen to. But
it would
I have this probably
it would be mainly it's gonna be all hip hop.
A lot of content.
Obviously we have Beyonce and random ones in there, but
a lot of albums I have dropped this year. This is
it's up there, man.
I'm pretty confident it'll be in there by the end of the year. I'm pretty confident.
No, I agree because I did find myself going back to it a lot, and I know it, and I feel like he did a smart move by moving it, and he dropped that at a place where there wasn't too much music around it. Because I remember, like, because obviously
we were waiting for something,
and it was maybe the game, or was that before
the game? But he's pushed his album back like at least like 4 times
at the time. So there was a good amount of space that Joey's album had to breathe. So even that I think was a good decision by him by doing that.
He put together a really good album.
Yeah, shout out Joey, bro.
If you're a fan of Joey, like, this album is definitely one to check out.
For sure.
He's back.
Any last thoughts? You obviously went over your standout tracks. You both kind of did.
Yeah.
You both kind of did.
Yeah, no, that album's good, man. Listen to that. For real, smoke and listen to that.
Seriously.
All right. Before we go into the next album, quick random question. If you had to choose, what is your Harry Potter house? Where do you think y'all would get picked by the fucking hat?
Hufflepuff.
You think you would get picked? Yo, you know what? You know what? Yo, I
wouldn't be up.
Yo, no, like
I was reading the things the other day, and I was like,
this guy heard Puff and was like, yep.
Nah, I was even.
That's why he chose it. Yo, I've never.
Purple Ravens.
I'm dying. Like, low key, that was way funnier than I thought it would actually lead into, because I never thought any man would blatantly actually come out and say Hufflepuff.
That's the way.
Nobody purposely chooses Hufflepuff. That's so.
Like,
I love it. I absolutely love it. Dims, what are you choosing?
Bro, I don't know. I don't want to be typical and say Gryffindor.
I'm a Ravenclaw man. I know,
and I don't want to be. And I don't want to be Slytherin because I'm not trying to hang out with Malfoy.
But you're a Slytherin.
You might be.
Always on a move or trying to scream.
Yeah, man. Yo,
that's the thing I was thinking.
Malfoy had that one black friend. You know, Malfoy had the one. That was Dims. Remember, Malfoy had the black friend in the second Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That's you, Brandon.
You're saying that's me?
You're Slytherin. That's you in high school. You're Slytherin.
Yo, when we left, that's you in high school.
You're in Slytherin.
That's crazy.
Yo.
Yeah, honestly, like, I don't want to say Slytherin,
but
knowing if I'm in the movie and it puts it on my head, I'm like,
that fits how you
then it has to be like,
yeah.
He's like, Slytherin.
You're saying you'd be like,
fuck. Yeah. I'd be like, fuck, but I'll be like, yeah. I understand.
I'm a Ravenclaw man. I'm a Ravenclaw man still.
But just know I'm fucking all y'all up in Quidditch.
Honestly, you might get it still. Hufflepuff don't win in Quidditch.
We know it still.
No, Hufflepuff don't win in Quidditch. I'm telling you that right now.
Good herbs, bro. Herbology.
I have a question for y'all too.
Yeah.
More so like more so for Corey, but so Lil Baby is dropping next month. His soft, I would consider it a sophomore album. Some people would say it's third, but I'm considering it a sophomore. I look at his first one as more of like a mixtape kind of thing. But so with sophomore albums, okay, recently this last year we've seen a lot of like a few artists with like sophomore albums that just flop on the second one. I'm drawing a blank right now, but Jack Harlow was one of them. Do you see Lil Baby having a flop of a sophomore album, or do you see him actually? Because it's this one. This is the. Oh, sorry, Roddy Ricch was the other one I was thinking of too. Because Roddy, like that's what I'm saying. Jack Harlow and Roddy Ricch both had really good debut albums, and their second ones, weren't hidden as much as the second one. There wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with Lil Baby, do you what do you think is gonna be the outcome of this sophomore album? I forget the title name, but I'm really interested in that fact for Lil Baby.
I think there's too much pressure for it to be subpar. That's like it had, because he has to be good. Like I feel like there's the expectation that the bar is like really, really high.
Yeah.
So you see, but here's the thing: the songs that he has been
in that
dropping,
lane where it can be really good for like, you know what I'm saying?
100%. But I look at him, I put him in the same category. Well, obviously he's the biggest one out of the ones I just named before.
Yeah.
But I put him in that same kind of category as like, okay, so what are you bringing to the table? Are you gonna give me a really good second sophomore album and be like, oh, okay, I'm really that dude, or is this a point where you don't know how to take that next step as an artist? Well, I don't want to say it like that, but you know what I mean? Try to like be like, can I really do another good album again? You know what I mean? So, and that's the thing. It doesn't have to be a great album from front to back. Are you going to come with the same hits? Are you going to have because it's all about streams, right? So it's like, are you going to make that album that's going to have slapper after slapper?
I think Lil Baby is capable of bringing hits.
Because if you look at it, the last year, the singles that he's been dropping towards his album, you don't think so? What do you mean?
Like the last few hits?
The In a Minute, On Me.
Oh, the last few hits.
For him, like,
well, he just dropped one last.
Detox was not it. Was not it.
You don't like Detox?
It's not.
I thought Detox was pretty good.
See, that's not my lane for Lil Baby.
Okay.
But like,
so what type of Lil Baby? You like Lil Baby like actually just like spitting, or do you like Lil Baby?
I like him spitting. I like him on
the more melodic spitting.
And I like it. Yo, here's the thing. I like when he does when he gets in his love bag too. So that's the thing. That's just kind of like, I'm interested to see. Are you gonna give me another album with full on hits, or like, okay, Lil Baby?
You want like a full album Baby instead of like mixtape Baby. Like he might. Yeah. You don't want him to like mix the two. Mm-hmm. You want him to just.
Because I really liked My Turn as songs to just go for hits. I didn't like it as an album overall. It is okay, but there's a lot.
I just don't want it to be
hits
50 songs, bro. Like, come on, I just don't want it to be like 50 songs.
That's what I'm hoping. But I won't hope it's 50 songs either. But yeah, honestly, I've been looking into that like on the side, like with Lil Baby to see like, I think
he'll bring it.
I'm really interested
because I think he's dedicated to bringing it
for sure. Because he's one of the albums that I've been waiting for this entire year. Him and Travis Scott. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him, but
he had to lay low. You saw that?
Oh yeah.
At a concert.
Yeah.
But when you're laying low, you're not making Utopia. Like, come on, my guy.
He is, but he can't put anything out.
Yeah.
Publicist is like, nah, chill.
But Lil Baby, I'm rooting for you. Lil Baby, I am rooting for you.
Because Travis Scott's a summer.
Travis Scott, I'm rooting for you too. I'm interested to see what Travis Scott too after the tragedy.
It'll be probably like next winter or spring, because he's like a
trying to pop out for 2023.
Yeah, he's like a pop out, turn up at like spring break type of artist.
Okay.
And festivals.
Okay.
Festival season pass. So, yeah.
All right.
Are you ready to get into this next album?
Let's do it.
Yeah, speaking of 50 songs.
Yo.
Took like 3-4 days.
Segue. That was good. See, Potter.
Yeah.
Potter. That was a segue.
Figured it out.
That was okay. Yo, that was a segue. So we got the next album we got is The Game. Drillmatic.
Heart vs. Mind.
I didn't know that was the second part. I thought it was just called Drillmatic.
Like my friend said, it is
31.
long.
31.
It is a long album.
But we don't get two, like where we're at, we don't get two songs. Two of the songs weren't on there. But
yes, I heard. Yeah,
this
was 29.
The Ipsy one was kind of, you know what I mean? But yeah. Okay. You want to start off? You're the biggest game fan, I would say, in here.
You think so?
I would say so.
Are you a big game fan?
I'm a big game fan.
So am I.
Yeah.
So am I.
But I'm saying so are you. So that's why I was like, I feel like we might be on the same level with that though.
The Game is up there though lyrically. So
that's the thing. Like the Game is a rapper. Yeah. Like it's just like he could rap. Like he could really just rap.
And he showed that for 31.
And that's the thing. Like and that's the thing. He really like exactly like he's showing.
You not tired?
And that's where it's just like it's hard because again,
you're so stupid.
It seemed like he was tired, bro. He was rapping fast too a lot of times.
Like, yeah, like it's a lot of music, but it's like you said, like he really did demonstrate it through the whole album. So that's where it's just like, as much as, because again, there's songs like I forgot I was listening to something, but someone brought up like the Rick Ross song, which is at the end of the album, right, Dims? Mm-hmm. And I didn't even remember there was a Ross song on the album. When I was just going back to the certain tracks that I like, I couldn't even remember it because it was so at the end, and I was just like, I was like, oh yeah, there's a Ross song at the end, and that is the downfall of having too many songs on your album.
So I'm not gonna go back and shuffle the whole.
And that's the thing. It's like with having a track list with this long, it's like you really got like the songs that really stand out to you are gonna stand out to you. You know what I mean? So
yes, and I have my standouts because they really do stand out. But it's just like, again, the Ross one. I even when I was like, oh yeah, the Ross one. I went back and I listened to it. It didn't move up in that list, but
it's still a good beat.
But it's still a good beat. And knowing that Ross song is on there, like I would go back to it knowing that it's there. But again, it got lost in the 31 songs.
It did. Mm-hmm.
But I have to respect the album because I love, y'all know me. Mm-hmm. Y'all know who I listen to. You know, like me, it's just I want my bars, my real substance from my rappers. Yep. So it's just like, I have to, as much as it was long, I have to respect it because it is the type of music that I would want all day from from an entire album. Yeah.
It's like you could just literally put it on shuffle and listen
to it, and it's hip hop. Like it is
on next, so you just be like, oh, okay, yeah, banger.
Yeah, like that is like a definition of a hip hop album.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy is still like definitely like honestly like one of my like favorite tracks.
So you want to talk about standout tracks?
It sounds so much. I remember you. I don't think it. I don't. And it sounds.
I don't think it's in. Actually, it might be my. Again, I was gonna say top 3, but I was like, even if I say top 5, that's still like a good sample size to the 31. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like I still did a pretty good job of narrowing it down. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're able to pick 5 out of 29 or 31.
Out to your ear.
But I think an Easy would be in my top 5 too, because I mentioned him like he was saying. That instrumental is bananas. Nuts. Like, it's actually crazy.
Kanye went in there and was just went crazy, stupid, bro. I was like, my god, like you had to play that shit.
He was like, I always be on box, be like, what's the Bugatti line?
Shit, yeah.
And my new bitch bad.
That's the Kanye line, right?
I don't know. I like how he comes on. He's like, how you gonna take the table when I'm the table? About to get the thug life tatted across the navel. I'm like, yo, I don't care. Kanye actually came in so hard on that song. He came in hard on that song. I'm about to get the thug life tatted across the navel. I'm like, same. I'm like,
you hear that beat, bro? You hear that beat? You hear that beat? He had the disgusting face on.
Yeah, like they was.
You thought that nigga was upset. That's
like he was going crazy.
Kim's fucking me up, man. I gotta come with a good verse. No, he did his thing on that. He production wise too as well.
And production, that song is nuts. What other standouts y'all got?
So I thought the album like actually like flowed like. I don't want to say it flowed well, but
it did for a 29.
I don't want to say it, but like
it did
for 29 songs it flowed through very well.
Yeah.
And there's a stretch there
in the middle.
But there's features.
There's a stretch in the middle after. No, I think it's the one after the song with 2 Chainz. No Man Falls. Yeah. That there's a stretch that it's a little off brand for Game.
Mm-hmm.
Until the interview.
And it doesn't really sit, and then he kind of gets back into his bag closer to the end.
Right, exactly.
Second half of the album I can actually like do without personally.
Really? I agree with you.
Like it's not like
that's probably the weaker half to me.
Yes.
I disagree.
Except for like Stupid.
Really?
Stupid. I just don't. The only song I don't like near the end is the Black Some Shady. I don't know why the fuck he did that.
I skip that track every time.
I listened to it. I said obviously I went through it, but it's like why?
So the halfway mark is 15. Let's say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I like Fortunate though. That beat's crazy.
I don't mind it, but to me, I'm with you, Corey. I'm with you, Corey, in the first half because all my standouts, like my top 3, actually all of them, I think are in the first half.
And I think he did that. I think he did that purposely.
Right, so
like he put all the top.
He does start his albums off usually like crazy. He
put all the top tracks that he likes.
One Time is in my top 3.
Yeah,
really.
Like the way da 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 is when I cross you. Like the way he comes in, like is so gully, and the way like. And like even just the Ice-T speech in the middle of it, when talking, and it's just like, man, yo, that like, and like you could tell like I like that it's like from like a clip, like a faded past clip, like I don't know, it adds like an extra layer of just like gulliness to the song. Where
he was kind of going with that song.
Yeah, like
old LA days.
And then Easy, I like it obviously it going into Easy.
Don't like Burning Checks.
I like Outside with YG.
That sounds
My two favorite, I think, and they're back to back. I think my two favorite are I think my favorite is No Smoke at the Polo Lounge.
That sounds crazy.
Right? Like that song is
that song is really
that
good.
song is nuts.
That song is really
like
good.
that song is like
thing, yeah.
like you know what I mean?
I
had a bitch in
shouts out Kendrick.
Yeah, had a bitch in the studio from Gothenburg, Sweden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When she asked me if she could have some wine, I said go ahead. She was shocked.
Yeah.
Said the Veuve Clicquot is like Sprite in here. You know what I mean? You hanging with the wrong niggas. You know what I mean? Like yo, and then it goes into I got the devil tap dancing on the shoulder, don't I?
Yeah.
Yo, man, that track is
crazy,
like that like songs like that is why I'm like you're elite. Like, and then even No Man Falls, like,
bro,
is that 2 Chainz's best verse? That's what I wanted to ask you.
No.
It's up there though.
Yo, that is. I'm a Chainz fan.
So,
that is up there.
That's up
there. He went off on that.
It's up there. It's
even
really
substance wise, that's some of the most real. You know what I mean? Like real. Where he's not talking about.
Has some, like,
he had two funny. Here's the thing. He had 2 funny bars on there that actually like made me laugh.
Chainz always has a funny bar.
No, but like these ones like actually made me laugh. But they're good bars as well.
And with my dogs, Charlie Brown.
No, the one where he's like. No, when he's like.
That's some Chainz shit, bro. I love it.
But he's like, I got that girl's ass done. I got her what she asked for, or whatever. That's hilarious. And he's like, he's like, I kicked the bitch out the group chat because she had an Android. Or something like that. That's I'm like, what?
Bro, he's keeping it simple. That's like I kicked out the chats.
No, but the ass job one is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a bar. Like,
yo, 2 Chainz is funny, bro. He keeps it simple.
That's what I'm saying. Keeps it simple. There's comedian. It's playful, but
he still knows what he's doing, bro. But he's hard at the same time.
But it's hard at the same time, and that's why it's funny because
his wordplay is sick.
There was I don't know. There was a moment like when we were like going out to like run, we were getting into our clubbing bag. That there was a moment where I'm just like, yo, Chainz is actually nice. It was like because like he'll be playful and it's like obviously he has them like silly bars or whatever.
But some of them go hard.
But then there's certain lines that like he hits, and I'm just like
when he's on them slower beats, like he goes hard, man.
Which is like this,
yeah.
Which is why I'm just like this might be one of me. It's maybe it's not his best, but that is one of my favorite 2 Chainz verses, and I love that he ends the song.
Facts, and he actually had a beat drop.
Yes, and it changed. It changed for him. Yes, the beat did change for his verse.
And you know what? It might be one of his hardest verses because if you get a beat drop on your verse, and the song starts off slow and no bass, they probably put the song together and like, yo,
he went stupid. He went crazy.
They probably had to put him last.
Like I messaged him quick and be like, yo, was that his like? Because he went crazy.
It's up there.
He went crazy because I go back to those 2 songs a lot.
So. Yeah, like you guys are saying, like it's usually weaker by the end of it. So I could agree, but there's so like honestly, it's okay. I love Cameron. I love.
I don't really like mess with old Cam, yo. Old Cam needs to go like chill out, yo. I'm cool.
I want to say
listening to like younger Cam and like
there's a lot
with his bars. Like I don't really need older Cam. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a Jadakiss for me. Like I don't need like you know what I'm saying. I deal with older Jadakiss, but I don't really need like an older Cameron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I will say though, there was a lot you could take away from this album. Like, there's a lot of Jay-Z references as well on here. There's a lot of Jay-Z.
Because he's mad he ain't get a whole verse.
Okay, so great segue. I wanted to ask both y'all because I'm a little ill-informed. So, what's the tension between them exactly?
He's never gotten a verse.
Is that really it?
Yeah.
And so, what's the reason why Hov hasn't given him a verse?
I don't know.
Is what I wanted to ask y'all.
The only one who will really ever like know that is obviously Jay-Z. I don't think. I'm sure they probably have songs together. Actually, no. I feel like now if Diddy had a song with him, I feel like he would have dropped it from time.
Yeah, he would have dropped it. He did. That's why he always brings it up.
I don't know. I personally
maybe Jay's just on 50 Cent side. Yo, it's New York thing, yo. But keep your bitch ass over there. I'm just joking. Sorry, nah, yo. He probably just doesn't deem him worthy. Yo, Hov is different. Yo, he probably thinks he's begging too much. Maybe that's probably also what it is. He might be begging.
But like Hov is so like cool with every man in the rap game. Like,
yeah, but maybe
that's his one op.
Yeah, and the game
one op.
Yo,
yeah,
the game probably was just like yo Hov, I need a verse. While every man has just kind of been chilling, just rapping, and then they just get.
I don't know. It's funny because like. I feel like they would have a great song together. I feel like both of their crafts.
I feel like it'd be a really good
It would be a
hip hop
really good
song.
song.
That's why it's just like I've been wondering, and that's why I wanted to ask y'all like where exactly
I don't know.
is that disconnect?
Yeah,
Maybe their managers don't get along. Maybe
Something
along the line.
And I will say he's taking there's a lot of like you could still obviously tell that there's tension between him and 50.
Oh,
yes.
I'm like,
you hear it on the interviews.
But I'm like, yo, this has been going on for like over 20 years, like just over 20 years or just under. Like this is
like
crazy.
he literally says the line. He's like, what's 50 doing versus without the game?
Yeah. I mean, 50 Cent. No, 50 Cent. He can do a lot without the game, but the game has been on a lot of big songs with 50. And that's the thing. It's like, there's a lot of. I don't know.
50's been on big songs with the game too.
But
No, for sure. But that like you said, you could clearly tell the
I don't know what it
like
is.
that's still. You know what I mean? Like those feelings
weird.
still.
Yeah.
Okay, so then again, so
Has to
do
go
you
back
know?
to
So
something.
why is he beefing with Eminem with the whole Blacks and Shady? Like, what's that hate about?
I think it's just talking shit and competitive nature from the game side more.
Being like, I don't think you're that nice.
Yeah, I don't think
like
it's
I'm
anything.
better
I don't
than
think it's
you.
like. I think it's just strictly hip hop. And honestly, from Eminem's side, obviously you could tell he hasn't responded to any of it. So I don't even think he looks at the game as a competition, even though the game is nice and it would be. And if they were to go at it, it would be a good rap battle.
Plus, the game thinks he's the best rapper, so he's just gonna do what
Every
what I'm
rapper
saying?
should think they're the best rapper, you know what I mean?
So like, and he comes from that era where you gotta call people out.
So I just have two more things to say about the album. So the songs that I do like, I really like Easy, One Time, Home Invasion. Outside, Change the Game, Hove sample on that one. No Smoke at the Polo. I really like How Far I Came of Roddy. That sounds like old Roddy to me. That sounds like, you know what I mean?
Because he was just featuring on it.
Yeah, fair enough. It's easier to feature. No Smoke at the Polo Lounge, No Man Falls, Fortunate.
What about the song with Lil Wayne?
It's okay. I liked Herbo's verse though.
I really like Herbo.
Stupid, 38 Special, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And sorry, Money Cash Close.
Yeah.
Another Hove sample on there.
Because
Okay.
A$AP Rocky is fucking dope.
Yeah,
A$AP Rocky.
He is.
Rocky
What did you guys think? I asked you earlier, but obviously I want you to say for the pod. But so what did you guys think of the Drake with the braids interlude? Because I thought that was so random.
I actually liked it. I actually liked it. I like one again. Like it was clearly planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It was clearly planned. So I like the touch. Like I like the touch. You know what I mean? I do like him just kind of like him just. It's like it was like an excuse voicemail.
Yeah.
In a sense, I'm doing shit with the Canadian border and shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. But it was a funny interlude. I did. It was a nice touch.
Yeah, and also when he's like, yo, I know I'm gonna get you on the next album though. I know you say every album's gonna be your last album, but I know it's not your last album. That's funny too, because he's been saying this is his last album. So, but yeah, it was a great album game. Keep doing what you're doing. Next time, I don't know. I'll still take 31, but if you're
Just give me that.
give me like 20, 25.
Just
cap it there.
break it up.
Because I think Born to Rap was like 25 or 22.
Give me 15 the first half of the year and the other 15 the other half of the year.
Any last thoughts, Corey?
Nah, I'm good, yo. The album was good, game. Keep it up.
Album was good still. So all right, let's move on to the next one. So before we get into that, and since we were talking about Drake just now, how did Drake get off that having Michael Jackson on his album
Oh, we thought about that. Yo,
when he actually wasn't on? How'd they get that off? How'd they get that?
Yo, I think every time I go back and listen to Scorpion, I'm like, yo, this guy really went and drew back for a Michael Jackson feature. You probably paid out the ass for that. That's probably like, I'd probably say you probably give like $5 million for that, 10.
No, but
Not more than that.
More than that, you think? Yeah, probably.
The record label's paying for that.
no, but you didn't hear? Did you watch one of the most recent Rory and Malls
Yeah.
where they were talking about how like they put that it was Michael Jackson, but it wasn't Michael Jackson on the album?
Aw, that's
Oh, okay.
You didn't hear that?
crazy. No, but it is Michael Jackson though. Is it not?
Supposedly it wasn't.
They got someone like close to
Supposedly it wasn't. That's why I'm like, I need you to do some research and get back to me on that.
I mean, they could
Yeah.
just tune the pitch of that singer. If it's close enough, they could just tune.
Yeah,
it
because
to
they
the point
literally.
where it's like Michael
That's
Jackson.
what I'm saying. Like they were like Rory and Marl were talking about how like they were like, yo, how did Drake get that off? Like he had Michael Jackson on his album when he actually wasn't there on his album.
That makes sense.
So I'm like, I want to know if that was actually true. Because I'm like, if that was true, how did you get that off?
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
Did you pay for that little voice clip snippet?
I think they were just teasing. I think were they laughing when they said that?
They laugh when they say it.
Kind of, but it
But, like, I
also
think-
kind of seemed like
Because the Michael Jackson feature, everyone says it doesn't sound like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? So but they're saying like the fact that you drew for it, and it was like it was a weaker Michael Jackson vocal from a throwaway song that he had. So that's why people are like, there was a lot of people clowning, saying like, oh, like, you know, this doesn't even sound like Michael Jackson. Why would you even take this, right?
Maybe he got,
But I'm saying, like,
maybe he got it from Quincy.
But Drake's that. Maybe
he got it from Quincy.
No, seriously.
He man's almost $1 billion.
So I'm looking here. It says the source of Drake's surprise Michael Jackson feature on Scorpion has been discovered. On Wednesday, an LA Times story on Michael Jackson's brand and image pointed out that the vocals Don't Matter to Me came from a 1983 recording session with collaborator Paul Anka.
Yeah, so it came from Quincy.
So that's what I'm saying. It's probably like a weak throwaway, and he's like,
okay,
you know what I mean?
50 million for this throwaway.
Okay. But that's definitely a flex on Drake's part. Like, that's definitely like, oh yeah, I got a Michael Jackson vocal on here.
All right, just wanted to get that off quick. So next album we got up is Lloyd Banks.
Oh, okay.
Did you listen?
Yeah, I did listen to this one.
So again, I don't have too much to say. I can't really recall too much tracks because again, we're going through a lot of music.
Yeah, this one came out a while ago.
But I did enjoy this album, and it's funny because the last couple Banks albums, I didn't love.
Yeah, the last one I didn't really like.
I didn't really like love, but this one I probably enjoyed more than the last couple. Yeah,
I fucks with it more. Yeah.
Yeah. So I that's probably really all I have to say. Like again, in June, Banks has been my favorite G-Unit member from time. I always thought he was the most.
Low key, he was everyone's.
He was always the most elite spitter from time.
Like, everyone loved 50 because 50 was the guy. But
yeah. Banks was always that nigga, and Banks is still that nigga. And even when they were talking about on the Joe Budden podcast, how like remember when Ish bet against him and picked like Jim Jones against him or something, and then he went to the concert and saw him perform, and he came on the next podcast and he was like, "I'm walking it back." He's like, "That was my bad."
Yeah, I don't know why Ish would say that. Bro. Lloyd Banks is, I think, would just wash Jim Jones.
Nah, Banks
in a versus.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Banks guy, so I'd be.
He has the G-Unit bag, like that is.
The G-Unit bag is deadly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No. But no, it was a good album, honestly. Front to back, I do like it better than the first course of Inevitable. But yeah, it was solid. The song with the two back-to-back Griselda tracks with Menace and Living Proof with Conway and Benny.
Yeah.
And then the song with Jadakiss.
Jada power steering is crazy. Great. Don't switch with Tony Ayo.
Don't just hearing Tony Ayo was nice.
Yeah.
Traffic with David.
Like I was like, is that
did you guys hear that jab? Going back to the game up, did you guys hear that jab?
Yayo. Yes.
He's like, oh, I'm like,
yes.
You really hate the G-Unit niggas.
Yeah.
You really don't fuck with
No, but it's like because I get why he threw that jab.
Yeah.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. I just want to make sure you guys caught that.
I did.
There's actually so much to digest. There's so many jabs that he threw and
he did.
He had 31 tracks of jabs.
To jab at bare niggas,
And jabbed at least once to everybody.
Nah.
So yeah, any last thoughts on the Banks album?
No, it was
good album, man.
Nah, Lloyd Banks, thank you for giving me
someone his age. I rated
the course of the Inevitable series. I hope to get the third one next year.
It's dope to see like artists that we.
Did you see the interview with him on the Budden podcast?
I did, yes.
That was a solid
Patreon
one.
exclusive, yes.
Yeah,
it was really good.
That
It was really good. All right, so the next album we're gonna get into is Black Thought. So take it away, boys.
I'll keep it short and sweet, man. That album's, I mean, it's a good rap album, but it's just not like for me personally. Like,
really,
it's not something I'm gonna go back to like all the time.
Honestly, I didn't think I would hear that. Still,
I respect it, and like it's.
I think I might be. I think I'm with you.
It, and it's a good album, but it's just not like something I'm gonna be like, oh, yeah,
running back to.
Let me hear this track. Let me hear this track. One song I do really like, obviously, is the one with he has a song with Jid on this one, right? No. No, it's the one I guess.
With the one with Joey.
Probably with Joey. The one with Joey. That song's really.
That
good.
Sounds crazy.
That song is really good. And Strangers with A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think I'm rocking with you, Corey. Like I really enjoyed it, and I respect it, and I hear it, and I'm like, this is rapping at its most elite.
Yeah, but it's just.
But it's like
I think it's the production really, like then the beats and the way that it all flows. It's just really not.
Yeah, like I don't think it's something that
Danger Mouse is really like underground with the production, right?
Yeah.
Like so, which fits well to Black Thought, right?
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
That's why
you think Black
I
Thought,
understand.
Like,
100%. You know, I listen to it because I have to.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing.
I respect it as fuck.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Going back, like. It just takes you back to like when you know Black Thought from the roots, right? So when it's just like he's lyrically great, he's been lyrically great, right? So like hearing him with another producer and doing a full project with them, I've always liked that because it's like that when I hear a rapper with one in particular producer, that means they're locked in together for a full certain amount of sessions, right?
Yeah, and
that's obviously an album as a test to see if you guys click to do things in the future. So with this, I enjoyed it. I definitely won't be I don't know if I have it in my top 10, but it'll probably be an honorable mention because I really did enjoy this. I enjoyed Belize with MF Doom. It was great to hear.
Yes,
Great to hear
yes,
MF Doom.
yes,
I was
yes,
really good to hear
yes,
that song too.
yes.
I thought it was really good to hear MF Doom rest in peace.
It was a long verse.
That might have been one of the most standout tracks to me, actually, the one with MF Doom.
Yeah. Because with Joey Badass Russ. And
Russ
I love Saltwater.
Russ was actually not bad. I wasn't expecting to hear him.
No, Russ is actually good.
He comes on the most like
his flows actually.
Yeah,
honestly, I think
actually
because remember I was talking about Battle of the White Boys.
Yeah.
I think I would take Russ over Harlow.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
Lyrically, yeah.
Lyrically and in a fight. I'm just saying.
You know what? Okay, you know what? All right. So I don't know if we got much else to say on the Black Thought album. So I think we will end it there with Russ winning in a fight against Jack Harlow. You heard it here first. That's who we're putting our money on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to take Russ still, even though he's pinch.
All right. So the big next album we got is a big one. One that all of us were really anticipating from an artist that we all think is probably going to be up next and is really that nigga.
Yep.
And obviously, DeMar, I'm not going to speak for you, but I know me and Corey have been preaching about this guy honestly for years, for years and years, saying that this guy's going to be up next and he's going to be that guy.
Yep.
And
I put you on though.
Yeah, was it?
I think I was the one who put you on. Yeah,
It was me, but it's okay.
I gave you his album because that was. No, I found Jid. I can't remember who did I find Jid from?
It's either me or Bloomfield was one of the two.
I think I heard him.
We were the only two people playing that nigga.
I can't remember where I found Jid from. Oh, I heard him from I heard about his review from the Never Story from Dead End Hip Hop.
Oh,
so they were hailing him. So I was like, let me see what he's about. And that's when I gave you his album. Back when we didn't have Apple Music and stuff like that, so I had to give you the USB, and that was one of the albums on there.
I remember when you used to do that.
The Never Story.
Okay, yeah.
So the yellow and black cover.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, this is J. Cole's like.
Literally.
He's nice.
And honestly, he is that nigga. Like
he grew into something spectacular.
And so I'm gonna let you guys talk. I have a lot to say about this album and the artist himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, take it away. I want to hear what you guys.
You go for Corey?
Yeah. Where to begin? Right off the bat, he comes in with Radar. Okay. Like first of all, you're gonna start with that track. I don't know, man. This album is really good to me. I listen to it a lot, at least once a day or once every other day.
Yeah.
He's developed as a complete artist. He knows.
Yes.
He knows like
what he wants to
do, where he wants to attack, how he wants to attack, like his sound. Mm-hmm. He's like he really is a great storyteller. Like and he's a good rapper. I was thinking he's like a mix of Andre 3000 and like Kendrick Lamar in a sense. If you know what I mean, like he can storytell, but he can actually like rap and like he can put words together and like his wordplay is just ridiculous. And like he speeds it up, slows it down. Yeah, he can do what he wants, flip flop. Like he's a mixture of just so many different artists. It's great to watch his growth. He has
bare tools in the toolbox.
Yeah, and he's just gotten better and he's learned to like master
when he's rapping it. It's
like his breath control now is better than before. Like he slowed it down on some tracks, like gave you some nice rhythms, and I don't know, man. This album's really good. Really, 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 really good.
So with me for Jid, it's like you said, Corey, like the development.
Yeah, man.
And that's the thing. It's like
watching someone grow to this is amazing.
From the Never Story, from DiCaprio 2 to now this is like
it's really
wow.
Good.
Like that's three like really good elite projects. And see with this album now, when I first heard it, I didn't get that feel that I got from DiCaprio 2 or Never Story at first. Going back to it, and especially after seeing the people review it, especially seeing Fantano's review, I was like, wait. So going back and listening, like hearing, like seeing his wordplay, the lyrics, all that stuff. Like this guy, he's definitely really elite. Here's the issue I have, not with Jid as a rapper, but how people pursue him. It's like, so I have him as probably like one of the top 5 best lyricists in the rap game right now. Especially like
might be
top 5 lyrically.
Who do you have in that category?
I'm not I don't have it in order or anything like that, but I would probably say Kendrick's in there, Cole's in there, probably have Jid. I'm saying for like our generation.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like more, I'm not. You know what I mean? Lyrically, like right now, I would say he's probably like top 5, one of the best like lyrical rappers for sure. I think with this album, it was lyrically great. Like lyrically great, like the wordplay. When he released Dance Now a week before the album came out, I was not about it. I didn't like it.
Really?
I didn't like it.
I love that. I love that
Dance
type of
Now.
shit, bro.
With Kenny Mason.
Yeah,
but he was rapping on that. He was rapping on that. Crack Sandwich, Surround Sound. That was a
Crack
great.
Sandwich is such a good track.
And I like that he took his time with this. I think this has been what, like 4 years.
He did
3,
take
4
his time
years.
with this. It was
Might
a
be
while.
5 years.
I would say
4. I want to say 4 max.
4 years. DiCaprio 2 2018.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So it's like,
Well, he was on all that other stuff. He was on the Dreamville Project.
Yeah.
Right.
Spillage Village, yeah.
Yeah,
And then he was on tour.
yeah.
So he was doing all that other
Yeah.
stuff, but because he said,
I remember he was on
because
episode.
again, I don't know if you watched,
He
he was on Orient Mall.
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
And he had a
Yeah, he
nice
was.
interview, and he was basically explaining that he was taking his time with his album,
You could tell.
which you could tell, and that but obviously he was on all that other stuff, all those other projects.
He's living life, man. Living life as a new artist that's reached like a different level.
Yeah,
So
for
you have
sure.
to experience it and draw from all these different levels. Because like this is what his 3rd album, right?
Yeah.
So like you were saying with Lil Baby earlier, with this type of album, this is how you kind of have to come.
Take
Like,
that progression
You
into
have
like.
to take that progression as that artist. Like that's that next step. You have to take that evolution as an artist.
But so that kind of goes to my point. It's like, where do like the real rap heads rank him? Because I don't think he's getting that much.
I think the real rap. No, well,
The real
rap heads rap him
high.
high, but rap is not like it's not about like what he does
Like
right
Orient
now.
Mall have him high. Like I remember even like Joe Budden even has him high. And
Yeah.
like Joe Budden, and I'm because when did this album come out?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, going on 3, August 26th.
But I feel like when it came out, they already pre-recorded an episode and they've been gone.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to know what he thinks about
The
Jid's album.
I mean, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this goes to my point as well. Like, 30,000 first week to me, like for him, like it's like that's good for your 3rd album. But I feel like that's not bad for him as an artist. But I'm just like, yo, like by your 3rd album, I feel like you should have that. If you're this nice of a rapper, I feel like you should have that fan base where you're pushing at least 60, 80. If you're that really nice, if you're that, like, you know what I mean?
But all the everybody's numbers been low.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I like me personally.
But like I hear what you're saying.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, where do really people rate him enough? Like, that's what I'm saying. Because 30,000.
Yeah,
I don't think
Let's-
so. And
That's what I'm saying. Like, where do people like really rank that? Because 30,000 to me on his 3rd album, if you're this nice, is crazy to me.
But
And he doesn't have that one hit where everybody and their dog knows. Like, you know what I mean? That in the rap, that people that listen to rap a lot and people who listen to rap occasionally.
And that's
right
the
now
thing,
that
like,
song is turning into Stick. That might be the song for him.
His song that I think people really know him for is Rum 151.
Rum did it.
That's the one where like people always say, oh, you know Jid, they'll be like, oh, Rum 151.
Yeah, that's like his rigor mortis. Like Kendrick.
Kind of, yeah.
What Kendrick had at rigor mortis.
Mm-hmm. And that's
how everybody knew about Kendrick.
Exactly, and that song bangs a lot in a lot of like TV shows and like video games and stuff like that. So a lot of people know like that.
He's in the new Madden. I'm pretty sure. Jid.
Yeah, he is on the track list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he's out there, bro. Like he's getting money.
Yeah.
One way or another, man.
So before
and it's also the label he's signed to. Think about Dreamville. They're not. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. 30,000 if you're with Dreamville.
That's
Cole's the only one that's doing big numbers in Dreamville.
Exactly. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So before I get into my thoughts, I hear what you're saying, and that's why I'm kind of like, not thrown, but I'm trying to take in your question. Like I really hear what you're saying because it's right. Like you're like so to what you said, Corey. Like he's gotten to a level where he is, and especially you just waited with this album, that he's a complete artist. I'm gonna get into it more.
Yeah.
But again, it's like you're saying. It's like he's still not getting that recognition of that he is at a complete artist point now, and like he is that elite, and yeah, like
I think it's probably more so to the point where it's more of a popular opinion, I guess, is what you mean, because it's not like a popular opinion. It's more just like how is he not even just on that baby status?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because I think
it's like Lil Baby is like obviously considered like mad
they're
popular and like
they're
a
from
superstar.
Atlanta both too.
So it's like
interesting.
when I see that, I'm just like because now I'm like, and again, I'm not gonna include the numbers talk in that side when I get into my shit about the album and what I really liked about him as an artist and him growing. But again, like that does make me pause and think and be like, I wonder why he's not getting that recognition.
Because he's tough.
I think it's where rap is and the type of music that's popular.
I will say,
really and truly, like once this type of rap is like starts to die down and starts to go away in the next couple of years, is when he will start to rise to the top because people start to realize like his talent more. So
yeah,
people will get tired of the stuff that's out now. It's starting to come to that point now. People are kind of getting a little. They want to look for more.
I hope it picks up.
We'll see. So yeah, hopefully.
And as I'm saying, I remember on the Joe Budden podcast, like back when Rory and Mal were on it, because we still had DiCaprio too at the time. So this is probably like 2020-ish. Rory's like, cause they called him and like he answered and he was like, yo, I'm in Jamaica, like I'm recording for this album. He's like, yo, we're out here for like 2 weeks. And that's what I'm saying. It's like you could tell like he was been recording this from 2019, 2020, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like he really took his time with this one. And he
said he had a writer's block essentially. Like he was stuck.
Yeah. I feel like a lot. But I will say before you get into it, Brandon, before I give you the mic, Money is my favorite song on this whole entire thing. My favorite. Yeah. My favorite.
That's your standout track?
That's my favorite. That's my favorite song on the album. Money.
Okay, so any standout track? Actually, we'll go back to the standout.
Yeah,
do you have any more general thoughts? Just you obviously.
No, it's good for now. If I think of any.
So I'm gonna get into a little bit of a deep dive. So rock with me a little bit. So when I first heard this album, going into it, obviously Galaxy Radar Dance Now, and it's funny because those are the ones that have the star beside it, right?
You put the star beside it?
No, those are those are the ones being like streamed the most and ting, right?
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, like, so to me, right after the 21 Savage track is where
that song is good too, bro. 21 is fucking.
And that song is good. The beginning of the album, the whole album is good. But to me, I noticed a switch from
he did it on purpose.
the surround sound with 21 Savage into Cody Blue. Mm-hmm. There was a full vibe change.
Yeah, because the first 6 are
focus change.
What we know him for. That's what he's
that's
what he's known for.
When I was listening to it and I was listening to the first 6 tracks, as I was going through them, I found myself being like, okay, Jid.
We've heard this.
I like, and not even just I heard this, but it's just like, I know you can rap like a motherfucker.
Like, we heard you spit.
I know really you can spit. I know you can spit. And that's where like the first 6 tracks, it's like you said, it's like he was kind of just reminding people and giving them a taste of like, yes, this is who I am. I can rap better than all y'all. Mm-hmm. Right?
Like I'm that nigga
and I can rap.
Yeah.
And then Cody Blue came.
He switched it up.
And he switched up, and just even the messaging that he was getting across. And I listened to, and I took in Cody Blue, and I was just like, okay, that's what I was looking for. Mm-hmm. The growth, the evolution, and can you get to that next level just as like a general, mentally, and like can you lay it down nice for us the same ways that you've been spitting in the first 6?
Yeah.
And when the change came, there wasn't like a bump. Like when I got into Cody Blue, I was just like, this is fucking great. Because even just like how he was spitting and how he was accenting the S's about our stress, about you know what I mean? How he was just pronouncing with that Atlanta that like it's like, so it was real messaging, but he really got off with that Atlanta slang and that I was just like, yes. I'm like, this is what I was looking for. Can you take that next step? And you took it. And I know it was one song, but that's where I was like, keep it going. And he did. Because it went Brother Them. Which, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Got my bros.
Brother Them is a really...
Track.
That makes you think of all your friends.
All your dogs them.
Yeah.
Right? So track.
Yeah.
And then he went to Sister Them. Mm-hmm. And that's probably my favorite song on the album.
Really?
Right? Because again, obviously, I love my dog, but for some reason, when he went into System, it's like he got into a even deeper level.
Because when you're protective as a man.
the black queens in your life, like it's just like it went to another level, an even deeper level. Mm-hmm. So those 3 songs back to back, I was just like, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
that is what I was trying to see if you could do, and you did it, and they fucking hit.
Yep.
And then obviously going on, Can't Make You Change, like good.
Then your boy
Right?
Yasin.
Yasin Bey, good.
Most def.
Just in Time with Lil Wayne, I really like that song. Like
Lil Wayne went off.
And Lil Wayne went off on that song.
Lil Wayne on like a slower. Like,
He still got it, man.
Lil Wayne on a slower
he's
beat
so
is
nice.
like still one of the greatest, bro. Like,
He really is one of the greatest, and it's just like you really. I'm glad that he brought him on this track because you really see the Lil Wayne influence on Jid
yeah.
when he's spitting. Like it's like and I don't know why I never pieced it together before, but like when I listened to that song, I was like, yeah. I'm like, you definitely got him on the song because he influenced you heavy. Because I'm like, I see the way that y'all in the pockets that y'all find it's
and the way they play on words.
It's so
Their play on words is actually very
I'm
similar.
like that's why I was just like I see why you got him, and I was like I don't know why I never put the two and two together that he was a big influence on him.
Makes sense why he grew dreads too.
Lil
Wayne influenced
a lot of y'all niggas out there.
Everybody.
Don't get it twisted. A lot of y'all
Everybody born in the
niggas,
90s
he
is
influenced
influenced
a
by
lot of
Wayne,
y'all.
bro.
Honestly, he really is one of the GOATs. Yeah. And yeah, like Money, Better, like
it's a good album, man.
Better Days is good too. That's a good song.
Start to finish.
Honestly, the Ladder 2 is probably my least favorite.
Which one?
The ending song.
Oh,
It's just the ending song. Like I don't know, the instrumental wasn't for me
just,
with the techno instrumental.
Yeah.
I thought he could have ended it a little better, but other than that, like Barry Bonds home run. Like honestly, like that shit was
like when you saw the Fantano review, were you like, oh yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think he mentioned that the last song he wasn't too big on. So I'm saying if you had a great ending song, that could have been potentially like a 10.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, I'm surprised he gave it a strong 9.
I mean, you could ignore that and just give it a 10. But
I'm saying for Fantano.
Yeah.
For Fantano,
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know.
I definitely hear you, Corey.
Because like that song would just be X out of the playlist anyways.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do.
Okay, that's if you're looking at it.
I just X out songs out of albums I don't even like. I know I'm not gonna go back to. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not gonna listen to that.
But yeah, man, honestly, like really good album, and like
Really good album, man.
he like the evolution that I was really trying to see from him, I saw, and I'm glad that I saw because. And now I'm gonna like trying to link it to what you brought up about how he doesn't get the recognition and like how it's just like because again, I'm giving him his recognition. We've been giving him his recognition, and like again,
that's where hip hop is right now.
Me hearing this album, it's not like again like I honestly, I'm telling y'all viewers, when I'm doing my reviews and shit, I am unbiased. I am telling y'all, my analytical brain will not let me just be biased like that. If I didn't see him take this step, I would have came on here and been like, "Yo, he's a spitter. Like he
sounds the same as the last
but
one."
But I thought I would have came on here being like, honestly, I thought he would have taken another step.
It's kind of like
and he did.
Kind of like Big Sean.
And he did.
It's kind of like Big Sean. Big Sean just keeps telling you can spit, and then it's not really like anything different.
Mm-hmm.
He has no actually he does. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Honestly, his last album I didn't. He
has like two or three. He has like 2 or 3.
What was his last one?
With the
Detroit 2.
Detroit 2.
Hit Boy, yeah.
That one.
I actually like that one.
His last 2 before that were even like, yeah, I don't even want to.
But yeah, no, for Jindo, honestly, like,
I know what I mean.
Yeah.
No,
man, like I hope he gets the recognition that he deserves.
I think he will.
Because he really and like again like
if J. Cole could get it, he'll get it.
And you know what I feel like, and it's funny because
it took J. Cole a minute to get that recognition.
I don't want to get into I don't want to get too deep into the life bag, but it's life's funny, and it's just like obviously everybody's journey is different.
Yeah. Everybody's
timing is different. Whatever. And it's just like it's funny because you know what I mean, certain people have to like wait longer and be more patient. You know what I mean? And like certain time, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm an impatient person.
Yeah.
And certain times that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And like that's where it's like I feel like I relate a little bit to Jid in a sense because Jid mentions a lot in a lot of his songs that he's just like it took me a long time to pop. You know what I mean?
It did take him a long time.
I'm the tortoise in the race.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Like he always says, like I was the turtle.
Yeah. He always had to wait.
You know what I mean? And like even in I don't know if you watched the thing that I said, the tiny desk.
Yes. Yeah. One of the best.
That was fucking elite.
One of the best. Up there with Mac Miller's Tiny Desk. It's really good.
Elite. And like it's
better than that. Watch this.
But yeah, like he mentioned it in the Tiny Desk about how he's like I'm very familiar with poverty. And you know what I mean? He's just like, because obviously again, it taking him a long time to pop.
Yeah, and then being like one of like 7 or 8, 7 I think.
Yeah,
he says it all the time in every song.
Even to what you're saying, DeMar, about
youngest
like
of 7. Yeah, I'm the youngest of 7.
Yeah, and like now that obviously he's known and
what was I saying?
No, just about how like he's not getting the recognition. I'm trying to link it back to just that and just looking at it as a grander thing of life, right? Because it's just like he always mentions that like his come up is always slow. His thing is
he's always the turtle.
And I was like, maybe like that's just him, and that's where it's like maybe like
or maybe he's like
that's just
doing not I want to say doing it on purpose, but maybe just
that's just his destiny in life.
No, it's just certain people's path. It's like you just get to it slower. You know what I mean? And that's where it's just like
you went to high school with, like, you know, or college with.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
they're already like full on career,
whatever,
mode,
right?
everything.
So it's just like certain
and then
people
you're still here just like figuring it out, getting it going. But
so it's just,
you'll
you know
get
what I mean?
there. Just
that's how it works out. So that's how like I feel like maybe with Jid, maybe in like 3 years. Yeah. Maybe finally people will start coming around and be like, yo, that's not, he's that nigga.
Yeah. He's been that nigga, bro.
Even though he's been, but maybe that's part of his like,
I think what happened,
his story arc.
Yeah, because like,
you know what I mean?
J. Cole recently just became that nigga to a lot of people out there in this world. So,
and that's true. And again, like that's what I'm saying.
He's in that same camp.
I don't think so.
No, J. Cole. You know, I kind of agree with Corey because J. Cole's always been considered one of the tops.
Yeah.
But it's only been recently that certain people have actually been coming up being like, oh, he's
his
better than Kendrick.
And his albums have been getting better.
Drake. Like, this is for the first time ever that I've actually heard people be like, nah, he's above those two.
Yeah, because his albums were gotten.
Even though it may not be true, it's for the first time I'm actually hearing that talk. So I do hear what you're saying.
Yeah, just like a little bit of that in there.
All right, so any last final thoughts on the Jid album?
No, a really good album. Gonna be on repeat for the rest of the year, honestly. Probably into next year. And
gonna be on my top 10 list for sure.
Because I know he's probably won't drop another one for a couple years. So.
For a minute. Yeah.
But I will say, for the 4-year wait, like, it was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
Thank you,
it
sir.
was worth it.
I want to see him in concert, so if hopefully he comes to Toronto.
Yeah, go on tour or somebody.
Yeah. No, but again, my final thoughts, really good album. One of my favorite artists out there. Like I'm excited to just see him continue to grow and for him to put out music. So. Yeah. So
continue to thrive while I thrive, bro.
Keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding, bro. Excited to see what's to come from you. So we'll end the Jid album talks there. All right. So the last album we will be talking about will be DJ Khaled's God Did. And my co-host DeMar made sure that he had ample enough time to get off what he wanted to get off about this album, and I did not know that he had this much to say, so I'm excited myself.
His favorite Khaled album.
Nah.
So go ahead, take it away.
It's just weird because with Khaled,
there we go. He was ready.
Them starts,
He
yo.
was ready.
Nah, that's what I'm like, yo. He's about to tear it up. If you start with, it's
No, seriously though, like it's actually crazy because like with Khaled, it's like with both of his albums, there's usually a 2-year break. So I didn't expect to get a Khaled album until like next year. So it's always been a 2-year like breathing room for Khaled to do his Khaled.
What? The one came out last year? What was
that? The last one, was 2021. Yeah, that's
the one with Big Paper on it from Cardi B.
Big Paper, Grease, Popstar with Drake. That's last year.
Yeah. Okay.
That one, but.
And that's the thing. It's like, okay. So when I saw we're gonna get DJ Khaled album a year later, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the most mush.
Oh, that's the one that lost to Tyler.
This is the one that lost to Tyler.
No, that's why he came up with the next one.
No. This was 2019. This was 2019. And then Khaled 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone always remembers that one as the one that lost to Tyler. That's crazy.
Which is the one that lost to Tyler?
Not Khaled. Father of Assad. That's the one where he had which one?
Oh no, Khaled is the one with Grease and Big Paper.
Yeah, so I'm saying the one that lost to Tyler is the one with
nothing.
No. It had.
That's how memorable it is.
Yeah, this one is so. Yeah, I thought this was the one that had I Got the Keys on it. This is not even one that has I Got the Keys.
No, I Got the Keys was before.
This one has No Brainer, Top Off, Freaking You. Yeah.
Yo, Haley hates that song.
Just Us, Wish.
Yeah.
I got a top off.
Yeah, this is the one that. This is what I'm saying. This is the one that lost to Tyler, and like even that like was. That beef alone like gave this album a lot more. Like,
that's why he came out with another one.
Okay, but here's my thing with Khaled. So that's what I'm saying. When I thought it was gonna have like when I saw it was gonna have a 1-year like breathing room for him to actually put another album together, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking terrible, man. Like, this is gonna be bad. But I know he's gonna come with bare features. I know there's gonna be a Drake feature on there, and obviously,
Was there?
There's 2
on this one?
There's 2, and that's the thing. It's the first track.
I don't even know if you call that a feature.
And that's what I'm. This goes into my point with Khaled. It's like, yo, he is so good in promoting BS. You know what I mean? Like, he's so good at it because he
He's
did
a
it.
hype man, like the ultimate.
No,
hype
he
man.
is, but he's like
DJ for real.
He was on Drake's show. He's like, yo, I got another Drake feature. 49 seconds is another Drake feature. Just say you have him singing on 1 too. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, like you're doing it for your streams or whatever. Yeah, like I promote. I think I like about DJ Khaled that he's very like appreciative of life and appreciates like everything that he like where he's come from and where he is to now. And that's what I'm saying.
Thankful.
Like, that's what I'm saying. He's thankful. God did, right?
Yeah, he always says it. Thankful.
Exactly. Okay, but here's the thing. So with this album,
Gracious.
people are saying that it's one of the better ones out of the ones he's released. I don't think so.
What?
Out of the albums that he's dropped in like the last 5-6 years, like I don't think so. I still think Major Key is probably his best one.
That's his best album.
That's probably his best one.
Yeah.
After that, I mean, like I don't even like. I like Khaled better than this one. But this one has a lot of this one album has a lot of standouts, and I do like with DJ Khaled that he actually went and got like younger up and coming. I'm surprised he even went and reached out for Nardo Wick. I'm surprised. Kodak Black.
I'm not surprised because he has his ear out.
Yeah,
he's a DJ background.
No, 100%.
So he's constantly gonna be looking for like that sound, like that.
Yeah, with the neck.
Yeah,
no, for sure. 100% he has his ear. But I'm just saying,
he's always been able to put artists together on a track.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm surprised. Like, and that's the thing. Like reaching out for artists like that, I'm like I was a little bit more surprised, especially Nardo Wick, because like. I'm a really big fan of Nardo Wick.
Same. Yeah,
Nardo
Wick is banging,
goes crazy. And that's the thing. Like I kind of like lashed more over to
play this music in my suburban neighborhood, bro.
Okay, so before I get back to Cat, let's show with Nardo Wick. Like
what?
Yo, I had to. So for before Nardo Wick, I was really more so on Pooh Shiesty, but he got locked up, right? So that means obviously the contact's not coming out.
Yeah.
That's because
he just
he's locked up.
That's about it.
So someone at my work was like, "Yo, you like Pooh Shiesty, right? Yo, love Nardo Wick," and he put me on hand, and I was like, "Yo." I'm like, this guy.
He took that sample and
made it like a trap.
Yeah.
Like, nah, he's crazy, and that's the thing. Like, having him on here is really good too. And the thing I like about Nardo Wick too is like you could really tell like when he raps, like you could really tell he's about that life. Like even seeing interviews and seeing like him.
You see on my face not knowing.
Yeah.
About these mans over here.
It's okay.
These are the young niggas. That's why these are the young niggas.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I got it. You know what I mean? Music department.
Yeah.
If I want to know about the young nigga, what's going on in that area, you know what I mean? I talk to these guys.
But yeah, like but this
Kodak Black is still nice though.
He's tough. And that's the thing. It's like
he's
even
only
like
21.
That's so crazy.
He's only 21.
Wait, Kodak?
Kodak's really young, bro. Kodak's maybe like 23, 24, maybe max. Like he's super young.
No, he's 25.
25, really?
Yeah, he's 97.
Like he's spent so much time in jail. I guess I just forget.
Oh fuck.
Sorry, fuck. I shouldn't have said that.
No, but see, okay. So with Khaled, it's just like okay. And another thing I hate with Khaled is like the songs that he really tries to promote. To promote. So like
Staying Alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into
I forgot that was the other song.
That was the song he pushed for the album. So it's like,
oh yeah.
So when I heard
that song.
So when he pushed that song out, right? He's like, yo, I got Lil Baby and Drake on a song. I'm like, okay. So obviously, when you hear Lil Baby and Drake together, you're like, oh, this is gonna be good because they don't. I don't really think they have any misses other than this. But yeah, you know what I mean? Because they make good songs. They're good together. So when I heard him promote that, I'm like, okay, Drake and Lil Baby dropping this Friday. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And I hear it into this. I'm like, I don't know, man. And that's the thing. It's like, but listening to
he took it serious.
Like
he felt it.
That's what I'm saying. I did. And that's the thing. It's like hearing it now. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's not that bad. But this is what you're using to promote your album. Like, and even I don't know if you guys have seen that clip of DJ Khaled where he's like, yo, like when I make songs with Drake, anything he puts on it, I love it. Like you don't even have like, you know, the balls or like you're not even that much of a good friend to be like, yo, I don't know if this is really the song I want to promote. Like maybe we should try something else.
Like
you know what I mean?
The sauce.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, but that's the thing. Like when Drake's that good, you take that chance anyway. I get that, but I think as a producer and as like the A&R that DJ Khaled is, it's like it's kind of lazy because it's like you can bring the best out of Lil Baby and Drake. The song isn't the worst, but it's like
you've been showing you get lazy though.
Exactly. But when you have Drake and Lil Baby, you want to make sure you put the best shit out. Like I don't think Staying Alive is pushing like to push that as your single. No. If anything, you should have pushed fucking God.
I think he pushed that as a single because he probably spent so much as a sample.
If anything, I know you didn't want to do that because obviously the Jay-Z verse is so legendary. It's like, I know you didn't want to like push that out first, but if you push that out first, this would have got you way more, I think, streams and way more looks towards.
He didn't do that good stream wise.
I don't think so. I think he did just under 30. I can look right now actually.
I guess because the singles he put out didn't really like perform, so it's not gonna add to it. The song with Future and SZA is really dope because I love SZA. So
yeah. Oh no, he actually didn't do that bad.
107.
He did 107, 500. That's not bad for a Khaled album.
It's the features.
It is, and that's the thing. And like that's what I'm saying.
Because that Don Toliver track is fire.
Yeah, I like with Travis, right?
Yeah.
I like. I'll tell you what song.
But it's a good song.
How do you guys feel about the Use This Gospel?
I don't even want to talk about that shit.
Yo, it's funny because Curtis brought that up when we were on Xbox.
Yeah.
And me and Corey both literally at the same time were like, because Curtis was like, yo, that wasn't bad. And me and Corey were both like, nah, that shit was ass.
That song is actually bad.
That shit is yeah.
He just put it on there and put it together.
I didn't get the collab. Though. I didn't get
it. Made no sense.
Eminem on those like Triumph beats. I hate
yes, like the rise up beats.
I'm not afraid.
Yes, when he's just
I just hate him when he's just like has that upbeat of like trying to get hype, like you're down on the ground, but I need you to get up, kind of like I hate that shit.
Like I don't need that from you right
now. Did you get knocked down? Get back up. No, I'm with you, Dims. I couldn't put my finger on what it was, but it's like I can't do Eminem on them uplifting.
It just sounds corny.
It sounds corny still.
Because Drake produced it. The production is not.
It's not the word, but I couldn't.
The production feels like it's all over the place.
Yeah, and I couldn't get the Kanye Eminem collab. I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
I think what's it? DJ Khaled just put those two vocals together.
I just collab.
Yeah, he just put it on there.
Make it work.
He's like, yo, we'll just stretch these vocals this way, stretch his vocals that, and we'll just put it on there.
I didn't get the No Secret at the beginning with Drake because that song sounded like it could have led into something actually decent, and it was 47 seconds.
I think that was just an unused section.
But he sounded good vocally. I'm like, okay, because it's so funny. I played it and I didn't see the time that it was actually.
It's just one that he had in the hard drive that he used.
Yeah. It's a nice intro. It's a nice intro, but like I thought it was gonna be like, because when it fades out, I'm like, oh, like you weren't getting into something else.
No, Drake's probably never gonna use that again, so he's probably just like.
I thought it was gonna lead into like a beat change, like a boom, like you know what I mean. I thought I was gonna get one, but it just slowly faded away, and I was like, okay, and then it goes right into God Did. So, but this song, obviously, everyone's verse was stellar. John Legend sound good.
I don't like the talking at the beginning of the track.
I hate it.
I skipped that the first minute.
Yeah,
I skipped to like Ross's verse. I know that God did.
Mm-hmm.
God did. So grateful. I saw it, my son. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I don't need that right now. Yo.
I agree.
So are people overhyping the whole verse?
I don't think people are over.
I don't think overhyping. I think it's because it's long. It's a good verse.
It definitely is a good verse. But people are saying it's like one of his best, and I'm just like,
those people don't
the What's Free verse is better than that verse.
I agree. It's not. It probably is a top 10 whole verse.
Yeah, I know. Probably. But I'm saying, even if we were to compare in the last 5 years, it's not even as good as the What's Free verse. Like that's
I agree.
And we're not even going back into his real discography. That's where I was just like,
that's what I'm saying exactly. This so I can't remember. I think Itch was like, yo, it's better than anything off the Blueprint. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You're wildin'. That's Jay-Z's best album.
Yeah.
Arguably, but
that's a wild statement.
And
that's a wild statement. But
just be on one.
Did you see when Joe Budden was like, this would have been good to have Drake do the
intro?
Not the intro, do like the chorus.
Oh yeah.
That was an interesting debate because because they were like, yo, like why would he be singing when he could be with the Top Dogs? And I'm to a point now where I still don't even know how I feel. Like if I
think it would be all right. Drake would kill that vocally, like on that.
But him rapping on this, I feel like this is a beat where I could see him actually giving.
No, he can. Like he would rap on this shit with Ross and
Lil Wayne
and thing. And
where would you place Drake?
That would be it.
It's not last.
He's not last.
And it's not
maybe first or second. I don't even know.
It's after Ross.
Maybe first, but the thing is, like
he opens up pretty good. So.
Yeah, like he definitely could rap with the big dogs, and like I feel like a lot of people would be like, why is he not just rapping with Wayne, Ross, and Hove?
I think for this particular,
but I'm not gonna lie, that might have been a nice touch to the track.
Him singing,
him on the chorus.
Yeah,
that might have been as much as like again, like it's like the big dogs are rapping like.
But you're a big dog. You're
big, you're big, and as I'm saying, like he would have been the singing aspect to it, and I feel like that might have been actually like a pretty good idea. Crazy. I feel like that would have been a pretty dope track.
I think about it now, but I'm like, yeah, like I wouldn't mind him actually like singing the chorus with all those like juggernauts of rap.
They needed the more powerful. Powerful voice of John Legend.
John Legend and Drake on the same track singing is so toxic, and that would be so
there would have to be no John Legend. There's no way. There is no way they are singing on the same track. Yeah. That's crazy. That is craziness.
I like the song Party, but just knowing where the sample comes from Eddie Murphy, like
I think that's why I fucks with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because anytime I hear it, I just think of Eddie Murphy.
But like I don't know, like DJ Khaled's so weird, but it's like, yo, you're really taking the randomest songs and you're random thing and just sampling them.
And just
but that's what the game is now. Everybody's trying to get back to sampling, but they're doing it kind of shitty.
Very shitty.
There's no essence to the sampling.
It ain't safe. 5 out of 5. Fam good, we good. I like Way Past Like with 21 Savage. That song is he
21 Savage.
I've been saying 21's nice
on everybody's list of new rappers.
That's nice. I've been saying 21's nice.
He's the new age 2 Chainz in my opinion. And in terms of how people view him.
Yeah. And then I would say everything like Way Past Luck. These Streets Know My Name. That's the
I don't like that song.
I don't. It's not. The one on the last one was harder with on
that just seems like a bunch of noise.
Not a Father of a Song. Fucking Khaled with like the pretty much the same niggas except for Skilly Bang.
Yeah, I don't like the way the beat switches and like the pace of the beats is just not for those artists, especially Buju and stuff.
But just hearing them is just
they switched up when Buju came in because Buju just did his melody, but his melodic thing. But I didn't really like.
Other than that, the Jadakiss interlude, and then I'm good. Thanks, Khaled.
Yeah, honestly, like for me, like again, like I just feel like Khaled. General thoughts, like I just feel like the album was just like man to me. There weren't too many standouts. I'm probably not gonna go back to any of them except for maybe God Did, and that's a maybe because
it's hard to get.
You literally have to. Hove's verse is at the end, so it's like I'm not jumping at the track, and the Jadakiss interlude, but I just feel like I don't know. Khaled's getting kind of lazy. Like you said, like with the Drake thing in the beginning,
because he knows he has all these men.
That was just like that was a little lazy, and it's just I don't know. I guess like because Khaled for a long time has been bringing artists together, and like his album's always been that album where like the big dogs of every genre, R&B, trap, all that come and show off on his album.
It's got stale.
But for some reason it's like stale, and it's not hitting the same for some reason, whether it's his sample choices, his instrumental that he obviously fully ends up going with. I don't think it's the artist choice because the artists are still kind of bringing it in a sense.
Still, but it's just like I don't know.
But
production, the beats he's choosing, the way he's
structuring them, the album, like it's just I don't know. I don't know. The last few Khaled albums have not been resonating with me at all.
I will say though, for pushing the album wise, the last few albums he's had a lot of actually good songs where he actually could promote it. You know what I mean? Because like the last one he had the 2 back-to-back Drake songs, like he pushed out Popstar and Grease, which you know what I mean? So I mean, like I don't know, like but that's what I'm saying. Like those songs to me are like not even top tier Drake songs to me, but you know what I mean? But I don't know, Khaled. I'm expecting another one next year. So whatever your scheme is, and you know what this year's God Did, what's the next one gonna be? I'm interested to see.
God did again.
Oh yeah.
God did it again.
Or just stay blessed.
Or something.
Continuous blessings.
Khaled's a good promoter. He'll figure out something.
All right. Any other thoughts, Corey? I don't know if you.
I'm just getting tired of hearing his voice on ad-libs all the time.
Hit Charlotte with a thumbs up.
Keep doing your thing.
My guy Corey is fed up, and Dims, you were the one that wanted to shepherd this in. So, any last thoughts?
I also hate when Khaled tries to pretend he's like Jamaican. I hate that.
Bro, oh my gosh.
I've never seen an Indian man or a Muslim man want to be Jamaican so bad. I've never seen anything like it. You call me a hater. I've never seen anything like it. It's crazy.
Yo, it's like, oh my gosh, you're surprised.
And I get you have pull. Like I'm sure you probably know Bear.
Can you believe I was about to move on? I'm glad I got that last statement out.
That's the one thing about Khaled.
I thought it was the only one that hate that shit.
I'm happy that you appreciate the culture, but I've
Stop
never.
the accent.
Stop it, bro. You're Muslim. You're Muslim.
Yeah, you're Muslim and you're from come on, nah.
And I'm not a hater, but it's just like how stupid would I look as a black man throwing on a turban and embracing the culture? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just stop. Stop it, guys. Stop it.
Playing reggae.
Just get everyone together, make the good music, make the
bro, just
music. I don't even want to say good. Just make the music. And just, you know what I mean? Give me what I need.
Yeah, that's why I always want white people to go to Jamaica a few times, bro.
I'm dead. They want to get the braids and the beads.
And it's so funny. I asked a brown man about that. I was like, yo, like, what's with that? Like, why is, you know what I mean? He's like, I don't know, man. He's like he said, like, just, he said the same thing kind of like Paul Mooney said. He's like, yo, the black man's like one of the most copied people on this earth. Like,
one of it is.
No, it is.
We are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a
nigga, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I get it, but it's just like, hey, buddy, like, chill. Like, you have pull. Like,
watching them consequences of being a nigga happens.
Yeah. They'll still get away with it, though.
Yo, you can't come inside because you're black? Oh.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
All right, so I think that is it for the Khaled album.
Yeah. Throw that shit in the trash.
I'm dead. So I just want to quickly get into some of the B2K Drink Champs stuff, and before we move on to a new subject matter outside of music. So you haven't seen it, but I'm telling you, go watch. Honestly, there was some just good stuff, like just cleared up a lot of stuff. Because again, like you said, like before, like when we were off mic, you were like, that's our childhood, and it's crazy to think that they were bumbling around like 2000, and at that time, like NSYNC was still around and shit like that. So it's like they were literally out at the height of boy band era, and they were literally like the black community's
and that competition
Backstreet Boys.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like we all embraced it. Like I honestly forget how big they were.
They're like the biggest boy band since like the 90s, pretty much.
Like
R&B.
They were really big. So that's why when I saw this, I was like really interested, because I was just like, I'm like, one, because they were so influential. I love You Got Served. I don't care how corny if people diss that. I don't care. I will defend. That movie started off all y'all other dance movies. I don't care what you have to say. So show You Got Served its respect that it deserves in cinematic history.
Nobody would be crumping if it was for You Got Served.
Cinematic history. Pay homage to its place in it. Okay, so when I saw this interview, I was like, nah, I gotta watch this. And honestly, man, there was actually some good stuff out of there. Like Fizz, one is a good storyteller. Raz B, like,
God, he's hilarious.
yo, and like some of the funniest moments was when, and like go watch it, but like when they were like getting into like when they really started beefing, and like how. The one moment was just so funny to me was when he was like, when they were talking about how, we were like we just finished performing or some shit, and we were just having a conversation like we normally do every time, like after a tour or whatever. Yo, one of my favorite parts on the tour is this. I met this girl. Yo, honestly, like when we were at that hotel, just man them talking, right? And he go and like, this is Fizz, and he's like, so we're just talking like a conversation that we've had 15,000 times before. And he goes, as we're talking, I'm like, yo, homegirl, I was actually smashing that. He pulled up, and one of his Omarion impressions had me flatline.
Saying it was spot on.
But he was like, all you see is this guy go, yo, what? Are you serious? I actually liked her.
Gosh. Yeah, I remember that.
He started having a panic attack?
Fam, I had to pause the video, and I'm like, yep. I'm like, okay. And then obviously they started going into more about what popped off and like where it actually happened. And like when they started going into the whole part about like
a girl.
Always, right? And like when they started going into the part about how like the management called them to the desert, that desert part. And like the man had to stop. What's the other one's name?
Nobody knows that one.
No, it's J-Bug.
J-Bug.
Oh, J-Bug, yes.
J-Bug. So he was like, Fizz was like, I had to stop this man because he was about to drive his new Bentley up on the dirt trail. So he's like, we got out and he was like, they were literally just there in this random dirt like field or some shit.
Yeah.
He's like, they walked up and there was just like the management with Omarion just standing in like a semicircle.
It was about to be a fucking.
And then that's when he dropped the news, yo, and like the one manager was like, yo, this shit's done.
Oh,
shit. I'm like, yo, the interview, it's actually solid. Like I didn't think I would watch the whole 3.5 hour thing, but I actually stuck out the whole thing.
That's captivating because like we don't know.
We didn't know.
We just knew that they broke up.
Exactly, and like finding out, and especially when I heard the hyper. And he was like, yo, this man was having a full on.
Makes sense. That makes sense. Sounds like something like Omar. I just seemed like something.
But honestly, like it was a good interview. I really suggest check it out if you're a B2K fan and you really wanted to know more about it. And they're loose.
I wish they got more to the crystal thing.
But they were drinking.
Yeah,
they were drinking and smoking.
That's all of that. Every
episode, start drinking, bro. They start talking more and more.
They were loose. Yo, Razby in the first half was not even like. It seemed like he was mad traumatized from the entire breakup. Like he still seems like he has a lot of bad feelings towards Omarion and
probably why he was able to drink so much.
Yo, that man was boom boom. There's times he was doing shots and Nori was like, yo, you're drinking over there? Like, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, I can't let you out drink me on my show. Like that Razby was just drinking. Like not even like just drinking on his ones. Like he's like, I'm drinking. Y'all we can do this game.
But I'm here to sit.
But yeah, and honestly, solid interview. So check it out.
Definitely check it out.
And one thing I was going to say before, like, it's actually crazy that they actually did a reunion tour. Like, that's crazy. Like, literally 3 years ago, like right before COVID.
Just like them
three. They were the first day of OVO Fest for in 2019.
That money must.
Was it just? It wasn't Omarion, no.
Omarion was there
with all of them.
All of them, and then some other bullshit happened after that, and then there was. Yeah, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
but they got into it. I guess that would be the Love and Hip Hop shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, because they get so there was
slept with Mario's girl wife.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. So like,
during
that tour,
that's crazy.
But he knew that. But he knew that. But still took the bag and did the tour with them. Did the tour with them.
Like that's when you know, like
he was like,
yeah, they really care about the money.
That's so funny. I forgot they got into that conversation also.
Yeah,
they get into that too. Honestly, it was a good. I didn't think that it was a really good interview. Yeah, it was really good. All right, so that is it for the music talks. Sorry for tricking you again, viewers, saying that this is not a music podcast, but it is. A big chunk of it is, because that is our bread and butter for me and DeMar. And that's when we, you know what I mean? That's when we get in our bags of conversation. And even with this guy here, we definitely had to get in our hip hop bag. So we're going to transition now to movies and TV shows and just that type of stuff. Having this guy here, this guy is, you know what I mean, big into movies, connected with all like that entertainment news shit that I kind of be into. So I just wanted to get like some of your opinions on some stuff. And first thing, DeMar, have you seen Thor?
I saw it with you.
You did head bust.
That's crazy.
That's crazy still.
Yeah.
That's crazy still.
That's how bud it is. Y'all don't even
that's crazy still.
Movie with each other.
You seen it?
That movie, yeah.
What did you think?
It's not good.
Not good,
man. Like I was trying to think of where it ranks of like Marvel's like.
It's down there on my list for sure. And like I didn't do a review on my channel for it because I mentioned to you like I'm like if I do a video for this like I might eviscerate it. Because honestly like it wasn't for me. It just I'm not a fan of the direction Taika took this character. Ragnarok was fine, and again the more that I watch Ragnarok, the more I grow an appreciation for it. Like it actually is solid. This movie, it really is like he took it up way more,
Chris
and like
had a lot of say in this movie too. And now it looks like I understand why it looks like it.
Yeah,
how it turns out.
And like one of like the YouTube mans I watched was literally like I was watching this movie like thinking like I don't think Taika can be serious. But it's like he can't because he's done movies like Jojo Rabbit and shit, which have serious talking points and topics in it. But then somehow he does this, and it's just like what is this?
I think he fell too much into what Chris Hemsworth wanted to do in terms of being too comedic. That movie just I don't know, man. That movie's just weird. Like it makes no sense to me, really.
It's such a blur. I barely really remember. I just remember like standing out like Christian Bale was easily the leader of the movie. Like
he was the biggest standout,
Yeah,
and he was the.
I remember you saying like before I watched it, with how you say like the difference between the light and the dark, how they didn't really mesh it, and you could tell from like Thor's side, like his storyline, and then
it really did feel
like the God Butcher storyline.
Yeah,
like, it was just two completely they didn't mesh it.
It really felt like two separate stories and two separate movies, and he didn't do a good job of blending the two tones and the two and I was like, separate like storylines. Like he didn't, and even at the end when he finally did, you notice that he went. It's like he brought Thor and the lighter stuff into the darker side, and it took because he knew that was like that is the more compelling and like actually good side of the the filmmaking and of the actual storytelling. He
didn't even fit in it.
Yeah.
So like I just
left him as a bad guy.
Yeah, and so that movie was a little rough. I just wanted to get more of your thoughts on it.
It wasn't really. Yeah, you could definitely skip out on that one. I mean, I have to watch it just to watch it. But
yeah.
I feel like I wasted 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was 2 hours and 45
minutes. No, it was only 2. It was only 2 hours. It was 2 hours on the dot because it was short.
They knew that. It was short. Cut out bare extra crap.
Yeah.
I'm not watching no deleted scenes.
All right, so the next movie we're gonna go on to, unless you have more to say.
No, I feel I'm good on that, man. That movie's.
I know. I feel like you didn't really have much. Have you seen Nope?
Yes, I have seen Nope.
Have you seen Nope? Yeah. Did you like it?
It was good. It's not my favorite
Jordan Peele
movie. No.
Yeah.
But it's good though.
I feel like Get Out's probably still like
his first movie.
Get Out's probably the best one. Yeah. But I do like Us though. Us is really good too. I like
I don't like the way it ended, but
a lot of people say that.
I like movies where it gets you like thinking at the end and being like, no, like this was actually, you know what I mean? I like those kind of movies, and that's what Us was like. I mean, movies where you could debate on like the actual ending, like Inception.
Right, like that's all his movies, I think, so far.
Yeah.
There's 3 movies.
Get Out, no, that was pretty like a
there's a little bit deeper readings behind Get Out too.
Yeah. On how it ended?
Oh, how it ended.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like, yeah, like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying movies where it ends and you can like when the movie's done, you're like, oh, like no, this is how it ended, like Inception or like Us or like.
I didn't really like the way Us ended. Could have ended better.
No, I hear that from a lot of people that they weren't fans of how it ended.
Nope is weird too. Nope is different. I just don't like it really say it's very.
I think
different.
I even like Candyman more than Nope.
That's not his movie though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The last one.
That's his movie.
Yeah,
it is a Jordan Peele movie.
He redid it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Candyman is better than.
Is Nope? Yeah.
Better than Nope. Nope was weird.
It was
like
weird.
The way it ended. Also, again, it just.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the hell that alien thing is. Don't ask me what that is.
What'd you think of it?
No, so he's a producer on Candyman.
Oh, okay. That's
the director was Nia DaCosta.
Oh, okay. I thought he directed it.
He's a producer on it.
I thought he produced it.
I just remember seeing people were pushing the Jordan Peele name on it. That's why I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, that's probably why, because he's a big name, right? Just to kind of get more eyes on it.
Have you seen it? The
no.
Candyman? The remake?
No, I haven't seen
It's actually good.
No, I haven't.
It's actually good.
I have not. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about. I didn't even say anything. I enjoyed Nope. Yeah, like Get Out is probably still my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was.
It's good, cool. But it just gets weird towards the end.
Yeah.
Sometimes things just get too weird for me. I'm just like, you can kind of keep it. Sometimes you can keep it a little simple.
Yeah, like
sometimes you don't need to get too weird, but
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
People,
so. But I will say with Jordan Peele, like you can definitely tell like his like movie making and movie filming is like. And his thought process on what he puts into movies is definitely
different.
It's definitely something that stands out, and I'm interested to see like where this goes. And I really like how he's really like
he separated himself.
I really like how he always has a message for Black people in all of his movies. Like every single movie, there's always like a message.
He's speaking he's telling the white people what the fuck we gotta deal with. At all times, yo.
Yeah,
what it's like to be.
And that's the thing. It's like, and that's the thing. Like he's a great comedian as well. So like obviously he has a lot of white fans as well that will go see his movies and actually get that message as well. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, people will see him. People will see him just because.
Shout out Jordan Peele for real. All right, so we're gonna move on to the Black Panther trailer, and I just want to know, like, I guess obviously you guys have seen it. Everybody and their dog has seen that trailer
multiple times.
So yeah, what did you guys think? What were some standout moments? I guess you know what I mean.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the characters that they're gonna introduce. Ironheart for one. I'm excited to see like how they do her storyline and see what they do. Curious if the new Black Panther will be. That leg looks like a MAGA leg. So
It looks like a female leg still.
Might be
We don't know if it's altered because they like to alter their trailers.
I like to see that.
So it could be, but I booked that too. It did look like a female. My guess is it's Nakia,
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think it's Zuri.
his woman. I don't think it's Shuri either.
Yeah,
I think it's his woman.
Yeah. And then Namor. I'm excited to see how
I'm excited to see
how they
Namor
portray
also.
Namor.
Yeah.
I'm wary of that.
And it was obviously an emotional trailer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just really
they
started
had-
with no woman, no cry.
Yep.
Like that's
You can't
crazy.
just start Bob Marley.
Like really,
Really
Skip.
Get everybody's emotions going.
Really Skip. Like no, like that was a great song choice, and like even just having like the moms.
Yeah.
Queen Ramonda with the voiceover was really good and powerful, and like honestly just like
It's gonna be a powerful movie. Fuck. I trust Ryan Coogler.
like it's
trust him.
unfortunate like that he passed, but like it's crazy to think that this showing out might be even bigger than Black Panther 1 because of the passing.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna have bigger.
Like I really think it's going to be, and obviously because of that stipulation, because if he didn't, like it would just be, oh, this is Black Panther 2, another Marvel, you know what I mean? But it's like there's a lot
Everybody's gonna
of
come out and
different
see it.
just to see like what they're gonna do it, because there's bigger
Who's
life.
replacing him? How they do it? Because he did such a good job playing T'Challa. So yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say. It's like the trailer's amazing, but that's the thing. I remember when I first gave you my reaction to it, when I think it was through text or something like that. And I was like, yo, like I still don't understand where are they going with the movie? Like, where's the plot?
He's gonna die.
Well,
I'm saying like, you know what I mean? Like, usually they don't. Like, I know it's a teaser, but it was a long teaser. Like,
no, but because it was the first trailer, they don't reveal plots usually till the second trailer.
Right. So that's what I was saying. That's what I was like. Oh, I still don't really kind of have a feel where this is going, because they showed a lot of visuals. They showed a lot of like all over.
They really just sent like that trailer was more just to like set the tone and just like the.
It's gonna be sad.
It's literally gonna be like a somber kind of general tone cast over the whole movie, even though there may be like we saw the scene where there was like a baby born, right? So there's gonna be like celebratory moments, but they're still just gonna have like a somber overtone to the entire movie. You know what I mean? Like,
and I think the type of controversies and stuff he's gonna bring up, especially with like Namor coming up from the sea to defend against a white man trying to attack Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much different type of stuff.
No, well, Namor's like. Are you talking about Namor?
Yeah.
No, well, Namor's not white. He's like.
No, I'm not talking about Namor. I'm saying Namor's coming to defend against the white man trying to fuck up their land.
And that's the thing. Like, well, it's gonna be. It seems like it's Namor. It's the Atlanteans.
Yeah.
Versus Wakandans. Right.
Because they have a history.
But I think that's a misdirect. Like, I think. I don't know if I mentioned.
I think it's probably gonna be he's probably gonna be thinking it's the Wakandans when it's actually the white man messing them up,
but
blowing up his waters.
But the rumor is that the white man is Dr. Doom.
Okay,
like showing face in the movie.
That's a pretty good white man.
That's a good white, right? Yo, he's
like making a full appearance. Like
they might show him at the end, or it's gonna be
him before.
There's gonna be
Dr. Doom.
There's gonna be hints in there of just like. We work for or it's like we work for Victor, like something like that. Where it's like
or he might just be straight suit Victor,
because he's trying to get some vibranium.
Yeah,
right.
And now
so
that they open the Fantastic World up, which is like fucking
like that would be so like honestly like if he makes an appearance, because again he's probably like he's in my top
villains
3 Marvel villains. Yeah, you know, Magneto's my number 1. And Magneto's like probably one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. You know what I mean? That's literally Malcolm X in comic book form. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So Magneto is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. But villain wise, right? Yeah, it's literally Malcolm X with powers.
Yeah.
Right? And like, so then come Dr. Doom. So like, I feel like that's gonna be the white man. So I really think Black Panther's gonna be major. Black Panther's gonna be major.
Introducing a shit ton of characters, bro.
Yeah.
It's coming out soon, isn't it? Like 2 months.
November. Yeah.
Marvel's about to
November.
We're getting another trailer just now.
About
probably
to ton up. The movies in Marvel about to ton up real quick.
All right, so the next movie I'm just gonna. I don't know if you guys have seen. Have you seen Prey?
Yes,
I haven't. No.
It's honestly one of the best.
Okay, because we're big Predator fans. Like, because I mentioned in my review that I went to the 2010 Lawrence Fishburne one.
Yeah.
Like the 2010 one, because there was one they dropped one in like 2017, 2018.
Water's over there. Help yourself.
The 2010 one we saw in theaters like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like this is one of the guys I literally like you too.
I was there. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, have you seen it?
Times.
No, I haven't seen Prey. No.
Honestly, I suggest it's on Disney Plus.
Good.
Really?
Like, that's what I'm saying, because we're Predator fans. Like, we went to see it. Like, it was actually solid. Like, it was
It's
solid.
one
Honestly,
of the
like,
better ones, so.
I really enjoyed it. So,
It's a
I
good
recommend
one.
you see it.
Check it out.
It's actually watchable. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
You can sit there and be like, oh.
And we just,
Let's say,
we're about that. We're
I
about
was gonna
that.
say, is Fishburne in it? I'm like, oh no, he died. He got yeah.
No. So this isn't like a different time period.
like-
It's like
Oh, okay.
1300s,
Yeah,
some
it's like,
BC or some
they've
shit.
been around, essentially.
Been around, and like that's why, like, honestly, like I kind of like it because I'm just like, if they make another Predator movie, like one of my YouTube mans was like, yo, what if they made like a Predator movie where it was just like in medieval times?
Because they've been around for a long time.
Right, where I was like, what if you just make Predator movies where you just set them in different time
times.
periods?
I
I'm like,
watched
that
all
would be
that.
fucking
Because
dope.
it's just bare murder.
Yeah, and it's just
and
like,
fighting and shit. These niggas been around for a minute fucking up Earth.
right? Because the first one is literally just a man, like the Predator in the jungle, and the
Yeah.
man's in the jungle literally
Yeah.
just trying to
Yeah.
fight back and survive.
That's a good one, too.
So like, honestly, like,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
or like the Predator in like Japan. Or some shit where there's like sand. You know what I mean? Yo, that would be tough.
That
Like,
way, they did fucking Godzilla versus everybody, so
yo,
it might
like,
as well.
fuck, I'm rocking. Honestly, this Prey movie like made me be like, this is a solid franchise. Like, this franchise could actually
They
just be
actually
around.
fight too. They actually know how to
Yeah.
fight
No, it
these
is, it
weapons,
is.
so they're pretty dope.
All right, so that is it for Prey. I know DeMar, you probably haven't seen this. Have you seen Dragon Ball?
Yes.
Nah, I'm not an
Sorry,
anime guy. I'm not an anime guy.
Not an
guys.
anime guy. What'd you think? 'Cause
I thought it was good. It was really cool to see Gohan's new transformation.
Piccolo
And
too.
then Piccolo.
With the orange Piccolo, because
Yeah,
Piccolo is
orange
one of my
Piccolo.
favorite characters.
Yeah,
So
it was good for them to get a power jump. I mean, you can't have one without the other. I thought it was kind of fun. Like the movie was kind of funny a little bit.
Yeah.
I like Piccolo's and Pan's relationship.
Same.
I thought that shit was kind of funny.
Piccolo be raising everybody's
kids,
kids.
yo. That's
They're
what I'm
saying
saying.
kids, yo. That's stepfather of the year, bro. That's
while Gohan's being a nerd
crazy.
and Goku's just always training off in space. But I thought it was like it was watchable. It was good. It was like
Yeah, like I like it was just funny how they kind of iced out Goku and Vegeta out of the
Yeah.
things for
And
obviously
let
the
them
power
have
level
it,
rise.
yeah.
And like obviously like it was a nice little Easter egg. Did you see the post credit scene?
Yes. Yeah.
How like Vegeta won the fight?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love how he was just like, yes, I finally beat him. Like it was just
Yeah.
like such a gratifying moment as a Vegeta fan just seeing that.
Everybody knows how hard he's been trying to
Yeah.
to beat Kakarot.
So that was, and then when it goes to Broly and Broly's like crying.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Yeah. Because he could even.
it was honestly it was good. It was good. I enjoyed the movie.
Gohan's transformation looks really cool. I can say that white hair.
So next, are you caught up with House of the Dragon
Yes.
by chance?
Yes.
So you watched this most recent episode.
Yes, the incest episode. Yes.
That's okay.
Bro, that shit was kind of odds a bit too much. I'm like,
Yo,
damn,
so
yo.
literally in my review, I was like, okay, there it is. Because I'm like, there has been a key factor of Game of Thrones missing, the nudity and the incense and the
yeah,
sexuality.
yeah.
And I was like, here it actually is.
Keep that bloodline pure.
I'm like, there you go. And we got it. So I was like, yes, we had that in this episode. But
Oh,
again,
this
the
is
show so far, I'm loving the show.
Yeah.
It's
I think
elite.
it's gonna be really good.
It's-
because the book is actually done. So
Yes,
He doesn't
that's
have-
true.
they
He
don't-
didn't have to like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. But honestly, like with only 4 episodes out, like
it's good. It's picking up pace
it's-
really fast. I think it's gonna get to a really good point.
it's really good. It is honestly like TV at its finest.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
It really is, and like it's giving me that classic Game of Thrones season
Mm-hmm.
1-2 vibes, which is to me some of the best TV to ever be made.
Yeah.
So, some good stuff coming out of House of the Dragon. Highly recommend if you have not started watching yet.
Unless you don't like incest.
Unless you, because they be doing it on
They
there.
be-
They be
Oh,
partaking
Lee.
in that incense for
Rough.
sure. Have you watched Rings of Power?
Yes.
All of them.
Yes. Because I'm a Lord of the Rings
how are you-
fan.
are you?
I'm a fan of the movies. I'm not
The movie,
like
the big lore fan.
yeah,
Yeah. So how are you finding it so far?
I find it interesting. I find it cool to just know more about what happened 1,000 years prior. That's really,
Prior to the- yeah.
That's really what I'm interested in. I don't really have anything
Mm-hmm.
more on like because I don't know like those characters too well and how they look and how they favor and all.
Yeah.
that.
So like, I'm with you. Like, I don't know the
I'm just
lore like
enjoying
that.
it for what it is.
Exactly, and that's what I feel like a lot of people should do. Because again,
Yeah.
like it's one of the best shot shows. It's gorgeous. It
Yes.
looks cinematic. It looks like a
the way they
movie.
do everything.
It looks like a movie, and it just. Yeah, like honestly, you just need to take it for what it is.
It is, yeah.
And yeah, like I'm liking it so far. The pacing to me could be a little bit more
I think it's gonna
improved.
pick up,
It's
though.
a little slow.
Because when you look at like Lord of the Rings movies, I feel like it's just a longer Lord of the Rings movie, and the Lord of the Rings movies were always kind of a little bit slower. There was always a little bit more talking, and then towards like the last 45 to an hour of the movie, just straight fucking everything starts picking up and going. So I think they're gonna do that with the movie, but with the show, but like long term, like they're gonna stretch it.
Yeah, so
like episode 6, 7, probably start seeing shit pick up a little bit.
Yeah, because there's only 8 episodes, so there's like what 5 episodes.
So things probably gonna pick up.
Hopefully,
it's probably gonna be a battle. There's always a battle.
Yeah, I'm hoping. And that's a good point. You know what? Because we haven't yet gotten. Even though this show looks visually amazing, I need a battle.
Man, I'm excited.
With these visuals, like I need that to see how that looks.
Because some of these elves versus some of these orcs.
Even the first scene opening where it was like you saw like that fucking griffin falling from the sky that was fucking like on fire and shit. Like it looked really good. Really so like, again, I want to see a battle and. It's interesting because now they're finally getting to a point in the show where it's finally like you're starting to see the pieces and the structure of what they're trying to do and where it's going. So I'm interested to see what is coming next out of the Lord of the Rings. So the last thing I just want to, I guess, go into was, I guess, some of the D23 stuff that they announced. Did you watch the trailers?
I watched the majority of them.
So you watched Werewolf by Night?
Yeah.
Again, like I'm interested to see what even comes for that, but supposedly that takes place in like during this present timeline. Like even though it looks like it's from the past, it's not in the past. Like it's literally it's just how it's shot, but it's like it's literally basically taking place currently.
Cool. I like the way that's gonna be shot. Then.
So I'm interested to see if Moon Knight will be a part of that, because that's where
it might, because it's that whole type of
the feel, and there's like that the supernatural universe, but also just like he debuted in the Werewolf by Night comic book from what I heard. So I'm wondering if they're gonna
Moon Knight, Werewolf, they're kind of connected. So
and supposedly you've seen Moon Knight.
Yes.
You know when he first transforms and he's like beating up that wolf in the bathroom. Yeah. Supposedly that's
supposed to be
Werewolf by Night. I think right. And I could be wrong. So let me know in the comments if I'm somehow wrong with that. But there's that.
You see
Andor, that's probably
that looks really good.
Tough. Like
Rogue One was really good.
And I was saying like DeMar, you've seen Rogue One, no, Dims?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that, and I was telling when I was doing the trailer reaction with Curtis and Bun, to me Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie of the new era. Like it's better than all the three of them.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to see that they got characters from that, and they're even just diving more into that time period.
Rogue One was the side movie, right? In between the three.
It's how they blew
with IP Man.
And you're saying it's better than all the three and the.
Has the best story.
No sabers.
With no sabers, has the best story, the best plot.
Best pacing.
It's shot, like some of the shots are actually like really beautiful in it with no lightsabers.
Watch that 4K.
It's that movie's really good. So like
it's a really good movie.
So with Andor coming out, I'm glad to see that they got that character and the trailer, like from the very first trailer, because they dropped the trailer. Obviously, you said you just saw it, but from the very first trailer, I was just like, this is the direction that they're going with this show.
I like the pace. It's darker. It seems like
seeing that
slower is nice.
Yeah.
You actually get to see like the rebellion and how it's like built.
And the dark stuff that they have to do to keep the rebellion alive, to actually make progress in it.
You have to infiltrate, do all type of things. So many people have to die for this rebellion to happen.
Yeah, so that's probably and I've been telling Curtis, like, I really think that has the potential to be the best Disney Plus show, Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah, because it looks like they're putting their all into it.
Like, that's how good.
Apparently the main guy's like a producer. Or is it a producer or director? One of the two.
The main guy?
Yeah.
Probably a producer, Diego Luna?
Yeah, because he was, he's in Rogue One. He had credits in it too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because he's, and I didn't know that, but he is like a really well-known Spanish actor.
Apparently.
Like really big.
About that.
Really big. So that's one of my most anticipated shows.
It's like end of the month, right? Or is
it's 2 weeks. It's
2 weeks.
It's from when it's a week. A week at this point. It literally comes out next Wednesday. From when we're recording this.
So they drop a 2 episode one time.
3. They're dropping 3.
Oh, blast! 3 hours.
3. So right? and I'm interested how long the episodes are going to be. I'm hoping they're a little bit more beefier than the Marvel shows, because the 30 minutes are a little short. Yeah. But at least we're getting 12 episodes of Andor, so it's a lot of episodes, right? So
the 30 minutes of like a Marvel show I don't think it's enough.
No, it's not.
Especially for the amount of like, there's so much detail in Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you kind of need at least maybe like a 45.
Yeah.
Add a little bit extra, so you're not rushing things.
Mm-hmm. You saw the Mandalorian
Yes.
trailer.
Yes.
I haven't seen that.
Hmm?
I said I haven't seen.
You also so you saw. Have you seen the first 2 seasons? Okay, so that is
The second season was good.
that is pinnacle live action Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right
Second
there.
season was
You know what I
good.
mean?
That
Like,
second season picked up really well.
that second season is really good,
Yeah.
especially like there was a lot of great action set pieces in that season, and even just character stuff in that season. Like, even just because the way that season can, and again, if you watch like my trailer reaction, if you go watch that trailer reaction that I just did, but me, Curtis, and Bun were literally having a hard time because we forgot that he showed up in Boba Fett.
Yes, he did.
And that's when Grogu came back to him. Because we were literally, we were just like, because I was talking, I was like, so season 2 ended with Luke coming onto the thing, saving them, and taking Grogu. But then I was like, wait, he's back with him somehow. Yeah. And it took us a minute to be like, oh, he was in fucking Boba Fett.
Yeah,
right?
they showed that in Boba Fett.
So, again, like from this trailer, I had a feeling once the Darksaber got involved, that the kind of rule of Mandalore was going to be like a really, really big thing in it, and just that idea. And it really seems like the season is going to be really heavily like focused on Mandalore and the 2 separate factions of the Mandalorians that he was with, like the blacksmith girl, and then Bo-Katan and those people. And like there was a line where Bo-Katan was like, the Mandalorians that you were with ruined like our culture and our people, right? So you clearly see that there's gonna be like a beef. Yeah. But since he got banned from them, because he showed his face to Baby Yoda. Yep. But then he's also kind of like Bo-Katan, she's at him because he has the Darksaber. So it's like, I'm interested to see who he's going to kind of lean more towards, or if he's going to kind of like be the one to kind of reunite everybody, which would be kind of cool.
Which would be cool.
So interesting.
There might be something big enough for them to have to reunite.
Yeah. And me and Chris were saying, I don't think they've shown Mandalore live action before. Have you? No. You've seen Clone Wars and Rebels? Yeah. Star Wars animation, if you have not seen Star Wars animation, it is some of the best. Star Wars honestly, like if you want to actually like look at elite Star Wars storytelling, really Clone Wars and Rebels is where you need to go, and a lot of good lore. And I like that now that they're doing live action, they're pulling a lot from a lot because they know that's where they told some of their best stories. So it's like they're
able to expand in that animated world.
Yeah, so they're really going back to that. So I'm really intrigued with Mandalorian with and well, I guess Andor wasn't from that, but Andor still kind of takes place in that end of Rebels rebellion time before New Hope. Yeah. So it's like I really like that time period. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the Clone Wars where it ended into. I really enjoy that time period.
The hardest time in Star Wars.
Yeah, and then so the last trailer I want to get in from D23 was Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which
they have though, man. Like I want them to do this shit right so bad.
Did you see that? Secret Invasion, the Marvel one. So in my video where I spoke about the upcoming Phase 5 projects, I mentioned that this is one of my most anticipated projects of the next phase. Yeah. But the thing is, and I was telling them, because it's the multiverse saga and they're laying multiverse things, like the first movie of the next phase after Black Panther is Ant-Man Quantumania. Yeah. Kang's in that. So obviously they're going multiverse. But then it goes Secret Invasion. But I don't think they're going as big with Secret Invasion like they do in the comics. No, I really think it's going to be self-contained.
It's too big.
Right? Because I was like, is this going to be linked to the multiverse stuff? But it doesn't seem like it. Like, it really seems like...
If they were, they would have to bring in Fantastic Four right now, and they never
it'd be bear shit. Yeah,
they had to introduce all type of people.
So that I really feel like it's going to be self-contained. And to this day, Winter Soldier is probably my favorite MCU movie. To this day. Yeah. That movie's really good. Because I look at that movie and I'm like, that's the one movie in the MCU that can exist outside of the MCU and really be looked at as not a superhero movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it could just exist. Like, that could really just exist as a
Because it doesn't
spy
really tie
movie.
into like anything. Really,
Like, if you take away Captain America jumping from the fucking from the airplane at the beginning, and you take away like some of the stuff where he's just like where he's doing superhero shit,
like a spy movie,
it's
like
really just like a
007.
regular fucking spy movie.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Like an espionage movie. So like that movie to this day is one of my favorites, and this show is giving me that kind of vibe. So I'm really, really interested in Secret Invasion because I think it's going to be really,
I'm happy
really.
it's a show.
Yeah.
Because that means they could stretch it out more and do more in a show. Movies, you have to compress things. So you have to like kind of dilute it.
Yeah.
What do you think of She-Hulk?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
Since we're on Marvel real quick.
it's solid. Like that's who she is in the comics.
is.
Like that's
It
her
is
character in the comics.
100%,
So I can't
100%,
right. Is that's her, so I can't even hate on it. And it's like it's not like I'm not like loving it or I'm just like yes She-Hulk this week.
I think
you know what I mean?
I think it's because she's just one of those characters overall in Marvel where people are kind of never like, oh yeah, She-Hulk, yeah, you know what I mean?
Did you rate the Megan Thee Stallion camel?
It was such a minuscule part to the episode that
That's what I'm saying.
it wasn't even.
I wonder what the bag she got for that.
It was probably a deadly bag. It was probably a deadly bag.
Like a 200K.
No, millions.
Just to show how long was she in it for? It was like a
Disney
2
has-
second. Like I was on
Disney-
one scene.
Yeah. So
Well,
she
two.
could-
She was in the post credit
Yeah,
scene.
so that's an easy meal.
So it was alright, but it was so like not significant to the
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
story thing of
just a
the
little side
episode.
piece.
It was just a little side thing. But honestly, like it's solid and like
solid,
it's not like I'm like
for
loving
what
it or
it
running
is,
to
yeah.
it, but it's like it's watchable for the week. Like I could watch
Yeah,
it. It's
exactly.
It's
Something to look forward to.
it's light. It's just like it's
On a
like a
Wednesday.
sitcom. It's like
Yeah.
if you were watching like a regular sitcom. So it's fine. But what about you? Like you think the same thing?
I don't mind it honestly. It's just something to watch and just let time pass.
Yeah,
Laugh
honestly.
a little bit. It's cool to see like Bruce Banner. It's cool to see the Hulk.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, last thing quick. Thunderbolts lineup.
Yeah.
That movie could be really interesting. Like that's kind of like the Suicide Squad of like Marvel in a
Yes,
sense, right?
It's-
So
I don't
know how I feel about the lineup, but it could be
know.
interesting. It
It
could be
It
interesting.
could be interesting. We'll see how they
The
do
big
it.
thing I'm interested in is that's the last movie of Phase 5 before Phase 6 starts, which is when Fantastic Four drops. So I'm wondering if it's going to be self-contained or if it'll have bigger stipulations into the next
It's
phase.
probably gonna have bigger stipulations into the next phase. It's probably gonna lead a little bit into the next phase.
Yeah. All right, so that is you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so we'll end the movie talk right there. We'll end that there. All right, so before we get into our last segment, which is sports, Corey, I wanted to ask you about Atlanta since we were just talking about TV shows. Are you caught up?
I haven't watched the last season.
I haven't either. I'm not gonna lie. Me and Shanaz kind of fell off after the Michael Jackson. Because remember, so last time you came over when we
I
had
was
the
telling you
cookout,
about that episode.
we didn't watch it,
Yeah,
and we watched
okay,
it, and
yeah.
I was just like, "What the fuck is going
happening?
on?"
It was the
Have you
creepiest-
seen? Do you watch Atlanta?
No, I don't.
It's
know.
one of the
With
childish.
Donald,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's one of the creepiest episodes ever created to mankind. I had no idea what the fuck
I was
going
like,
on.
what
I
the-
didn't
yo, me-
know,
like-
bro, they would,
Bro, like,
I thought maybe it was just over my head. I thought maybe I was missing something, but I was just it creeped me the
and like
fuck
it's
out.
weird because season 1 to me, like I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, but I feel like season 2 because he had more leeway.
Yeah, he just did what the fuck he wanted.
He was just. I honestly feel like he was just doing what the fuck
creative.
he wanted.
He was just let me try shit.
Like I really just feel like he was just doing shit. Like
that-
he was just
that-
getting in his fucking this weird bag.
Artistic bag.
His weird artistic bag, as opposed to like the
He's trying to
comedy
get you-
bag.
Yeah.
Which was weird. So it's like I'm not gonna lie, like it kind of threw me and Shanaz off the show, and like we haven't really gone back yet. So because
That
I
kind of did fall off a little bit after that. But I heard this last season was pretty good.
season 3,
Yeah.
so maybe they got back to.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm gonna have to tell Shanaz that. Maybe we'll have to
But
try
season
and.
2 is a little bit difficult.
I'm not gonna lie, like
Especially
it,
after that episode, it kind of like tapers down a little bit. Like it gets a little like, oh
yeah, like it's.
fuck.
I don't know. So because the last time we talked about that,
Yeah.
the last time we talked, I didn't watch the Michael Jackson episode because I was early in season 2, so I was like, I'm liking it because
Yeah.
it still had a bit of the remnants of season 1,
Yep.
and then like episode 4 came and it really started to shift, and 5 came and I was just like, okay, like I'm not laughing as much.
Yeah. It just
I'm not
became-
laughing as much. And then
yeah.
the Michael Jackson episode came, and I was like, I remember like because it was our show that we would watch when we were eating.
Okay.
And I found myself in those last few episodes not even being able to finish because I was just like,
What the fuck is going on?
like I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, there was no like direction. It was kind of just like, let's just make something. It didn't even follow like a storyline really.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I heard season 3 was like alright.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
And then I think he has one more. I think coming out.
Season 4 is coming out. That's why I thought I wanted to ask you about it because I saw that season 4 is coming out, and I was like, do I try and catch up? But I was like, that season 2 was
that's
rough.
why I didn't really watch season 3. I had no rush to go watch season 3.
That season 2 was
when it all
rough.
drops. I'll watch it at some point because that season 2 is rough. Yeah.
Like even just like the haircut episode.
Yeah.
When he was falling with the barber.
I was like, what is this?
Like.
Day in the life of a rapper? I don't know what this is.
Like, I guess, right? Like, yeah, in a sense.
Upcoming, but that's just sort of random episode, man. It's just a bunch of fillers. It's almost like Naruto.
Yeah. So, question for y'all before we get into this sports stuff.
Yeah.
With Little Mermaid coming out,
Bro,
if there's a costume and a little white girl wears it, and the costume comes with braids. How are we feeling?
They can't do that. Little Mermaid doesn't even have braids.
But this one does.
This one does? Just because she's black?
This one has braids.
Crazy.
So that's why I'm like...
Ariel doesn't have braids.
That's why I'm like, if they make the costume with the braids...
No, you're not doing that.
I don't think they would.
That's what I said. That's what I said to Shanaz too.
I don't think they would do that. That's crazy. That would cause so much controversy.
You know what I'm saying? That would be...
But if they were to, I feel like they should make both versions. Have the one for Ariel with the red hair and
for the black one. Yeah, black girls and white girls. But the white girls want.
I'm interested to see. I'm
look at white dudes with braids.
I'm interested to see what kind of audience this movie brings. I know it's gonna be a lot of black people, obviously, but like I'm trying to see if the OG like people who really like it are still gonna come.
No, because actually, you know what? That's what I wanted to get into in the last segment because that was obviously a part of the D23 weekend was. Because again, like I dropped a trailer reaction for it, and it's getting bare views. Yeah. Because like, I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, like it's like the idea of it being bigger than just the movie, like the black, the influence that it has outside of the
Apparently
movie.
There's more dislikes than likes.
Yeah, I saw
Apparently
that.
He has 1 million dislikes and like 400,000 likes. People are
where
on YouTube.
Actually,
yeah, like people are hating big time on this movie.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
bro.
Like Ariel can't be black underwater.
I know, right?
I'm sure the lobster was Caribbean, so she has to be in the Caribbean.
It's the ocean's literally located right above fucking Africa.
Yeah, see, so
like, what are we talking about? I wish I could see it.
I don't think you can see the number, right?
You can't see the number of dislikes.
They got rid of. Oh yeah, I forgot they got rid of that.
Yeah,
the analytics.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But honestly, to me, I'm a fan of Halle Bailey and Chloe Bailey's.
Yeah,
I like both of them.
Yeah.
They're both mad talented, and it seems like Chloe Bailey's blowing up musically, and it seems like she's about to blow up acting wise. They've both been doing both of them, so like I'm interested. And again, it's not even the black part, but it was what kind of spiced me was when I actually heard her sing.
Oh, she's talented, man. She could sing for real.
I wasn't sure if she had the vocal range to actually hit the certain areas, but she did. Yeah. And she really, really impressed me. And
she's a stronger singer than her sister.
Yeah. And I get it.
Like her sister's really good, but like she's just stronger vocally.
And like you could see she's been probably training that voice for this role for a minute. And like they only dropped the little snippet, but they at D23 they actually dropped an extended piece and it got leaked. And it showed her vocal range even more. And I sat there and I was like, okay, you actually got me intrigued because I'm just like, your singing is sounding that elite.
That elite, yeah.
So
that's probably what's gonna make it good is her like singing.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are roasting the hell out of that movie. Like it doesn't even look like she's underwater.
Oh, that's such a weird.
I'm like, bro, you know HD cameras in water make it look like people aren't actually underwater.
Like, what are y'all talking about?
Like, you know they're gonna finish the movie up.
Yeah.
They're gonna see this and then be like, oh, we need to make it look more realistic. People are just hating.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into our sports talk a little bit. So, DeMar, what do you got? You got anything to say with Katie staying in Brooklyn? Corey?
Like for me, it's like all the NBA analysts are saying like, yo, we all knew this was gonna happen. We all knew this was gonna come. But I was just like,
yeah, because nobody was.
I really thought there was gonna be a chance that he actually did get like traded somewhere.
Before Gobert, if they traded him before Gobert,
maybe yeah.
That Gobert trade
ruined the whole market.
Yeah, because we traded for that man. I get it, but like, damn,
You ruined the whole offseason technically because it's kind of like
it was a standstill.
Yeah, like all free agency was ruined because of that first initial trade, and I still don't even know like what to think of that trade. Like,
and Patrick Beverley wants to blame KD, but it's actually you should blame Jokic. I mean, Gobert.
Yeah.
And Minnesota.
I thought KD was actually like I thought there was actually a good chance he actually did come to Toronto, but I'm so glad that that's out the window now. So now like the team could actually develop, but. Honestly, I think they actually on paper, if everyone's healthy and everyone comes back, they're
a good team.
They should be one of the teams to come out of the East.
If they have TJ Warren.
I would probably say. Like, what's your opinion on that?
And you saw Joe Harris.
No, yeah, they got some solid pieces, and they got someone else, Royce O'Neal.
Yeah, they got.
They have some solid. Like they'll be all right with him staying. Yeah, like obviously I was hoping him because we obviously made the video about him coming to the Raptors, and like obviously we were hoping for that as Toronto.
So nice.
Natives, we were hoping for that. And if he did move, I would have been interested in like where he would have ended up. But yeah, like with that being kind of cleared up, I'm wondering if they'll kind of get back to normal. But it seems like there's always kind of some kind of drama in Brooklyn. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Especially with Kyrie, you know, KD's gonna ball as much as he can. Ben Simmons, I don't know what he's gonna.
Oh yeah, there's that guy.
Ben Simmons is still on that team.
Oh yeah, yo, I forgot about that, man.
If he's healthy, they should be very competitive.
That's what I'm saying. Like they'll be better defensively.
What about Philly? I don't even know about Philly.
Any Raptors thoughts? What are y'all thoughts on? What are y'all thoughts on our team?
Hot take will be our peak of standings will be at fifth.
Oh, okay.
I guess I could see us being like second or third.
They'll go Milwaukee, Philly.
I don't have Philly being that. Oh, you're just saying like the 8 teams. Are you ranking them?
Brooklyn,
Boston
will definitely be higher than Philly.
Miami.
Really?
Yeah. So they always fight to make a run, bro.
They figure it out. They're like us. They're literally like Toronto. Like they figure out how to just get there and be solid. Like
the Miami version of Toronto.
And they technically have more talent than us with Bam and
I would say Cleveland now.
Let me see something.
Let me see
something first.
Donovan Mitchell do something.
Let me see something first. I ain't anointing Cleveland that quick.
Too young.
About Darius. About Darius, like.
I trust he'll get better.
Yeah, no, he will for sure.
I see us being fourth.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for the season to start. It's not too long away. Like what? Like a month and a bit.
I think just under a month.
And I think
just under a month. Just over a month.
Take a big improvement.
I think so too.
Scotty
Burns. Yeah. I think so too.
I hope so.
I think so too.
He's gonna be something special if he lives up to like what he can actually be. Like I think he'd actually be something special. I wasn't on that train before when we drafted him, but I was lost in the sauce.
I wasn't either. I wasn't dissing him.
I wasn't dissing like
because you know me when it comes to draft picks. I'm like I don't say nothing about young rookies until I actually see something.
You gotta wait till they develop, which nobody likes to do anymore.
No, I can't wait to see what he brings to the table. Yeah. I think Pascal hopefully takes another leap.
What leap? Man's leapt to his peak.
I think he has a lot more potential. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing with Toronto. Like most Toronto fans, they don't give this guy his promise. Like he's so peak.
It might be.
I'm giving it. He peaked.
It's Scotty's team.
I don't think he peaked. It's definitely not Scotty's team. I would say it's Fred's team.
No,
I would say it's Fred's team.
It's Fred's team. It's Fred's team. If there's anyone's team, it's Fred's team. Yeah. But like, it's definitely not Pascal's team. like I'll say that right now.
It goes Fred, Scotty.
And literally, when
Gary Trent, Pascal.
And literally, when you were like, nah,
I'm just hating.
When you first brought up Scotty Barnes taking that leap, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe not this year, but next year he surpasses Pascal.
He'll take that leap quicker than OG is supposed to take the fucking leap.
I'm done with him. Low key.
OG was supposed to take the lead last year or the year before.
Offensively, like to be like that number one scorer, I'm done with.
But this is my thing with this is my thing with the hate that OG's been getting.
I think he plays,
and a lot of people. I've been hearing this a lot over the last couple years. I'm like, what did y'all expect OG to be?
That's what I'm saying.
That's where it's just like, to me, I'm like, I never expected OG to turn into Kawhi offensively.
Me neither.
No.
And people, because they compared them defensively and being like, oh, he could kind of have that same arc of where he really works on his offensive game and transforms into what.
Be a better shooter.
I'm like, but he's not. Like, what does he shoot from the 3-point line?
I think he's like 36.
Like, that's solid to me. Like, that's not the worst. Like, to me, that's why I'm just like, and I never expected OG to be our number one scorer.
No, hell no.
Never. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. I never expected it, but
consistent.
I just find it's annoying that people are kind of like, yo, OG's to the next. I'm like, yo, I've seen. Like,
But I find it annoying too because I'm like, at this point, I'm like, what? I'm like, OG is what OG is.
Yeah.
He clamps on defense. You know what I mean?
and if he's open, he'll get the three.
Strong takes, rebound. Like, he's, you know what I mean? He's a solid role player. That's why I'm just like, I never understood how people looked at OG as if he was supposed to be anything better than he was.
I think it was just our hope. The hope that we could potentially get another Kawhi. I think that's really what it is. False hope.
I think that had to have been it. Like, it literally had to be like, they looked at him and they were like, oh, that kind of is like his archetype in body.
Think about when Kawhi first came in the league. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't.
He could be that. And I'm just like,
defense.
I'm like, I never saw that. And it's funny because these people are probably people that just started watching basketball. And I'm not trying to hate, but it's just like,
look at the
nobody saw Kawhi as what Kawhi would be.
Nobody
when he was winning the championships with the Spurs when they beat Miami. Nobody.
Only those people in that organization had some type of glimpse.
Maybe a glimpse.
At his work
maybe
ethic,
a glimpse,
because
and
of his
that's
work
it.
ethic.
But nobody thought Kawhi would have turned into the offensive package that he has right now.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like that's not. So I just like that OG confused. That's why I'm just like, I'm fine with OG being on the Raptors in his role, exactly what he's doing.
Because he's gonna lock down somebody.
He's gonna lock down. He's gonna
lock down the best player on the other team.
He's gonna hit shots. Like, he's gonna play proper basketball. And I'm just like, I never looked at OG as if
he'll give you a solid 8 rebounds.
I never looked at OG as if he would give us anything more than that. So I don't know. Yeah, that thought process is a little confusing.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing. So
I'm excited for our young
excited for the Raptors and excited for the NBA season. You know, got
like
some.
Next month.
I'm saying okay. Well, some more things. Just for Pascal, like, I think that
That's your guy. Admit it.
it's not my guy.
That's your
It's just
guy.
what I just like the man just finished all being on an All NBA team.
Spin moves your guy.
Yeah, the spit, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to see, like, how he is, like, the overall in the season. I know he's gonna drop buckets. Like, he's
No, but I'm like, I know. I feel like it's because you had him in a couple fantasies. You know.
and I see his numbers there.
and
That's what I'm
you
saying. Like, but that's something like the bubble, like whatever. Then after that, obviously, he had a lot of moments where he shows that he's obviously not big time. But for the player that he is, he's not bad. He's not a bad number one option for what we have right now.
When teams focus on him,
then he's fucked. That's what I'm saying. Then he's fucked.
And that's what you're
in the
not,
context of what Dim said. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to hate, but you're saying he's not a bad number one option, but he is though.
Yeah.
For if we're actually trying to compete,
for what a number one is supposed to do,
he is a great number 2, which we saw with Kawhi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is he is skilled enough and good enough to be a really good number 2.
You can't rely on him.
He
all the time,
cannot be the number 1. It's just it's not it. Like, it is not it. Like,
he'll spin move for 3 straight possessions.
it's not it. Like, we really need a dude.
Yeah.
Like a real nigga that can get buckets.
It does, yeah. But I will say his post mid range is actually like not bad. Besides the spin move, and he just needs to get back with like shooting more threes, and then he'll probably be a lot better. But yeah.
All right, so we'll wrap up the NBA talk. So we'll just get into football a little bit since the NFL season started.
Let's go.
Big football guy here. I'm a big football guy too myself. I'm a big football guy myself. So yeah, what are your thoughts on since week 1 passed? Your Ravens are looking pretty solid, friend.
Yeah, Lamar wants that contract, but
he wants that contract.
That guaranteed money.
I honestly, I really hope he stays. I hope he stays healthy the entire season, and I hope he gets that fucking bag. I really hope he gets that bag.
You just couldn't afford to pay that guaranteed money right now.
Mm-hmm. No, but I hope he gets that bag. So the Ravens are looking solid. Who else kind of stood out to you?
The Chargers still look good.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs.
Chiefs look.
Patrick Mahomes is the truth.
Yeah.
You can't deny it. He doesn't have Tyreek Hill, and he's still dropping dimes on everybody. Dropping 35 points. Who do they play?
Just saying he's a real deal. Like, there's no question about it.
He's the real deal, man. Like, that connection with him and Travis Kelce's unreal. That's something different. Who else? There's so many good teams. Cincinnati, I don't know how they're going to manage with that offensive line.
I feel like they might fall off.
They might fall off. They had their one run to the Super Bowl. That's about it. Mm-hmm. Coming from the AFC, I don't want to see in my division. I don't want to see them succeed. The Browns without Deshaun Watson. I can't really tell.
Tampa's looking
like Tampa.
pretty solid
because they have Tampa Tom And that defense,
Tampa Tom,
that defense is nice, man. That defense is nice,
they're
bro.
looking solid.
You know who I actually might take it home though? I think it might come to the AFC. I think it's gonna be the Bills. That Bills team is nice. That Josh Allen.
You think so?
A
lot of people are saying that. I don't want to quite.
And that defense is looking mean.
I'm trying to think out of the AFC who could maybe.
Unless it's my Ravens.
Yeah.
Then like. The Bills are just nice. Like their defense is prime.
Nice, yeah.
Like I think their team is now finally like balanced, and I think that's what you need to go far and like to the Super Bowl. But it's just a matter of coming clutch in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's all it is, and they don't have good luck.
No, they look good.
They really do look.
They look good.
Von Miller's back.
I'm trying to think who else. Who else played? I always see everyone played this weekend. But
everyone played. Who else? Green Bay's not looking good right now.
Fam, honestly, I'm literally watching as like a random, as like an off spectator.
You're like on the side. You're like, oh,
no, because you know what? I'm done. Like the Devontae Adams loss was major because I've been saying he's the best receiver in football for years, and like I'm just, you know what it is? I'm tired of Aaron Rodgers' shit.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
I hear you.
I'm really just like, and
it's like, how long can we deal with this greatness without anything coming back?
And like, you just be talking bear shit. You'll be going on ayahuasca. Thing like
bro, who cares that you're tripping balls right now?
You're tripping on shit, on these hallucinogenic drugs and shit.
It's not helping
and like
you win
that's fine, but like, fam, you went to the NFC Championship 2 years back to back, and you fucking fell on your face. And last year was fucking atrocious.
You lost to Jimmy Garoppolo.
Atrocious, nigga. You couldn't even score a touchdown. Like I'm like
Jimmy Garoppolo,
bro. Like what the fuck are we talking about? Like why you can't? See, like, I'm just like, yo.
Like Trey Lance is starting now.
I'm taking my...
you lost to that team.
I was like, if y'all do okay, but I'm like, they don't look like... I know Lazard wasn't there, but I'm like, y'all
What's
don't
he gonna
look...
Do? It's not gonna be that much of a
I'm like, y'all don't look good at all.
No.
Like, and I'm just like, I'm tired of, like, trusting this guy to actually perform. And, like, he just...
Like,
when he actually gets to the moments where he needs to perform, he doesn't do it. And I'm just like...
And it's gonna be harder this year because he doesn't have the players to perform. Who's gonna get that release? Who's gonna get open in them crunch positions in the playoffs? You need it in between the numbers.
I'm done with him, bro. Like I'm done with that guy, bro. Unless he somehow goes and somehow by some miracle shows me something, but it's probably not happening. And honestly, like I'm a casual.
You're just watching.
Casual Green Bay watcher.
No, I'm taking in football.
I'm just enjoying.
I'm enjoying the sport.
Yeah,
and the season. And the season. I was like, you know what?
It's gonna be a really good season.
I was like, I'm done. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm enjoying. I'm not putting my emotion into Green Bay. So I'm like, these guys have been. And then even just seeing Zadarius Smith on the other side, murking Aaron Rodgers, I was just like,
that Minnesota team.
I'm like, you were literally on my team last year, murking man, and now you're just here, just murking the quarterback. And I'm just like, how far we've fallen. you know what I'm saying, right? Like,
you lost all your pieces.
From that to Zadarius Smith murking you on the field. Like, I'm just like...
They needed that, and they need that.
And I'm
pressure.
like, that's where we're... I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. I'm here watching. I'm here just watching.
I don't know who's going to score for them.
No. All right, so I don't know. You got anything else for the football talks?
No, it's just going to be a really good season, and I think it's high scoring as always.
It's going to be a really good season.
I think there might be a little unpredictability in there. Mm-hmm. I think so, especially coming out that NFC.
Yeah.
Who's coming out that NFC? I don't think the Rams are going back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. That Matthew Stafford elbow is a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't be a quarterback and have elbow issues.
No. No.
That's just you gonna sling that shit right out the
yeah.
Out joint. One game is just gonna be hanging. Imagine.
Jesus. All right, yo, I think that's all we got. I think that's all our segments. You know, I think we're going to end it here. You know what I mean? Pretty long pod. Got a lot of talking points down.
Rest in peace, PNB Rock.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I know you guys wanted to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, I just
wanted to throw out the rest in peace.
Rest in peace, yo.
No, honestly, rest for real, because it's nonsense. Because honestly, I don't want to get into that conversation. We will end on. I don't want to get into that conversation right now.
Black men continue to be targets, but
and it's because obviously me and you, we could get deep in that bag if we really wanted to, but be here for the next 2 hours. 2 hours if we get in that bag. So rest in peace, and honestly, it needs to stop. That foolishness needs to stop and stop that, man. Yeah. Honestly. So we're gonna end the podcast here. If you are interested in the Brandon Correia Podcast. The video form will be up on my channel, the Brandon Correia Network. If you want the audio form only, you could get that on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're interested in my channel, we got obviously the Brandon Correia, like I mentioned, the Brandon Correia Podcast is on here. I do trailer reactions, reviews for the biggest shows out there, House of the Dragon, She-Hulk, Andor coming up, all that good stuff. I'm going to be seeing Woman King this weekend.
Oh, that movie looks good.
Looks great. Looks great. Shout out my black queens in that movie. All of y'all, honestly. Shout out y'all. It looks amazing. So I'm seeing that this weekend. Gonna be dropping a review for that. So if you're interested in content like that, you know, in the podcast we get into our music bag, our sports bag. So if you're interested in content like this, subscribe to the Brandon Correia Network. You will not regret it. Shout out to my co-host DeMar.
Peace. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Shout out to my guy Corey for coming in and being on the episode. Giving us the chance to pick your brain on these topics. It was good having your perspective. Definitely if you're open to it, definitely want to have you on more episodes to come.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
For sure. Just
it was good having you on here. It was good having your voice on here.
I like it.
So we're gonna end it here. Like I said, like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you want those notifications. I drop videos almost daily, so if you want to keep up with me, hit the bell notification. I'd really appreciate it. Catch you next time.
Peace.